I'm Taliesin Jaffe.
And I'm Amy Dallin.
And welcome to Gather Your Science! Yes! I can actually do my like crazy. Hold on. There we are. It's my irked professor. Mad professor. I don't know, he's pretty irked. Welcome to Science. We're talking today about the science, how it affects our lives, how we were first introduced to it, the ways in which we communicate science and knowledge of the world, and all of the wonderful ways that one can interact with this ongoing process of figuring out exactly how the world comes in contact with us. To my left is my wonderful co-host for the evening.
We miss you, Erica.
We miss you, Erica, so much. Come home. Come home.
But I would have forced my way onto this episode anyway because I'm so excited. Science is, of course, very, very dear to me. I studied it, and tonight we get to just play, which is one of the best parts of doing science. And we don't have to be rigorous with our note-taking, which is one of the most important, but going to be mostly ignored tonight parts of science.
It's one of my favorite parts of chat, is chat. There will be a test later. I want all of you to take very copious notes on everything we do. Don't do that. Really don't.
But we have gathered some excellent friends.
I am so excited. Okay, starting to my right with a very old friend of mine who I can't believe I got convinced to get off a plane and do this with me. Introduce yourselves to chat.
I'm Jim Wyatt, and I live here now, but obviously I didn't used to. Brilliant. That's really.
Well, what do you
Yeah. So
do you do?
I'm a toy designer. I design toys and gifts. My background was in robotics and artificial intelligence, which was because I wanted to go into special effects in movies. But then they made Jurassic Park, and I didn't want to sit behind a computer all day, and I couldn't make big dinosaurs and monsters animatronics, so I went into toys.
Excellent. Moving on.
Hi, my name's Margaret Dost. I'm a 3D modeler. I wanted to sit behind the computer and make toys after I saw Jurassic Park, and so I went to school for it, and I did. And so I currently work for Hero Forge, making toys, but I've worked on films, video games, everything in between. Because, yeah, computers aren't that bad.
No, I'm not saying they are.
We're assembling our skill set.
You like your claws and robots.
Yeah.
Also dinosaurs.
Yeah.
My name's Justin Baker. I am an actor and a photographer because I wanted to be a dinosaur growing up. So I saw Jurassic Park and decided I could be a velociraptor, and that was it. for me.
Would you
It's
please?
quite the turning point.
Yeah. Would you please explain, by the way, to the audience when you asked me, you gave me two options.
I
for your
gave him
outfit.
for my outfit
And,
tonight.
and what were the two options?
The two options were Dr. Scientist, because I had some scrubs that I brought with me, or Party Zebra Scientist.
And if
As
we're
you
lucky,
can tell.
and if we're lucky, we're going to see Party Zebra Scientist later tonight. When you're willing to change, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Had me very convinced when you showed up in scrubs. I was like, wow, we really got
Right?
legit people.
Legit. I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but I can play one on television.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Selena Ruth. I work in film, and we like to pretend that we know things about science when we just fake it all.
Secrets you can only learn here.
Secrets you can only learn here. I just like to tinker with stuff, and I took an extra year of physics in high school just because I like to learn how things work, and I was bad at it. That's the extent of my science.
I'm Maggie Molecule. We thought we had to come up with characters. Oh, shit.
Just drink the potion, turn back.
I'm Bonnie Gordon. I'm Bonnie Gordon, a voiceover person, and I work at the Magic Castle, which is kind of like a science, because in order to do magic, you have to know certain science things, right?
I
don't know why I'm here.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Good. I look at Taliesin like, give me validation.
Validate. You have 2 more hours of parking. You're great.
And I had another thing to say, and I forgot what it was, so it'll probably come to me later throughout the night.
Hello, I'm Gina DeViro. I also do fun things on the internet, and I act in fun things. And also, I was homeschooled as a child, so I didn't get to participate in any of the fun science things we're doing today.
Oh, tonight's for you.
So I'm excited.
I'm Andrew Post. I'm a computer scientist. Also an absent-minded professor. I actually showed up today wearing miscolored shoes. So
I'm a little
Living the
We've
envious.
all been there.
I'm definitely envious. Actually, yeah, there's several shoes I'm envious of tonight, but we'll get to that. That's spectacular. And
I'm Brett Thomas. Ironically, the only person here that doesn't have a NASA shirt, and I work for them. So. That I had to go with my second option, which was the NASA helmet here.
yeah, it's real nice of them to let
You're
you
like
take
a-
it home from work.
Rocket ship.
Yeah, no, it's I don't. If they watch this, I definitely had permission to borrow this. So.
You're also a ventriloquist because I can't see your mouth
Yeah,
moving, and
it's-
it's amazing.
That's one of the skills we do. Whenever you think they're talking in the radio, they're actually just making that noise with their mouths.
More secrets you can only learn on Gather Your Party.
somebody just asked if anyone had actually ever been blinded by science. And I was trying to
Oh,
think of
probably.
the invention of the telephone. Wasn't that technically a blinding? Watson, come here. I need you.
Yeah.
Wasn't he coming in because he just hurt himself terribly and he couldn't see what was going on?
Oh,
I feel like
I never put that
You're
piece of that
making this
story.
I'm gonna Google it to look up, but I thought it was an
When
emergency.
Sherlock called him in? Yeah, I remember that. I saw that episode.
I know their first intercity message was "Have you any news?" because everyone was very obsessed with the latest tidings.
And then they
from
replied back, "Lol," and that was it.
That was how science started.
we would all be blinded without science because whenever there's an eclipse and everyone wants to look up at the sun, it would be very not good in the eyeballs. But thanks to science,
Science term.
What-
Yeah,
Science term right there.
whatever it is you're doing, I'm so
you know
excited
me and
that
my
it's available.
science talk, everybody. I belong here. What is in this?
Cheers.
Guys, I love chat because they are filling this in. He spilled acid, battery
Thank
acid
you.
on his hand.
Okay, it wasn't his. I didn't blind him. Thank you.
But
Phosphorus
Math
splash is very
Magician
blinding.
did briefly lose vision in chem class once, so we're counting it.
Thank you. See,
I'm glad you got
thankfully
that.
we have the most wonderful fact check on earth, which is chat.
Strangers on the internet.
Strangers on the internet.
We have the only reliable ones. We have cornered the supply on people willing to tell you interesting facts that are true.
So, before I begin the introduction to this episode, I've got to say I went in search of good science toys this week, and I am I
Where did
will
you get all these fabulous toys?
well, mostly from the internet, but I will say after also perusing some of my local toy shops, I am deeply disappointed in the in what is offered to America's youth today. It was I won't want to say disheartening, but I was a little disappointed. But I found some gems. This one, in fact, literally, I found some gems. We'll get to that. These are just kind of fun. These are crystalline structures that absorb water, and they
They're
start
quite small.
super tiny. It's basically, it looks like sprinkles you would put on a cupcake.
Don't eat them.
And
Can I eat them?
do not eat them. That would be bad. But there we are. But we're going to put them, and they're going to, in theory, absorb an enormous amount of water.
And as you've seen, some of them have already been added, so we're going to have a nice mix of sizes here.
I'm just going to make this. I'm going to make this uncomfortably large.
Because you,
So-
like, roughly 20 minutes ago, you added some of these, and you can
Yeah.
already see the size disparity between the newly added ones and the ones that have been sitting in there.
all sorts of terrible
Getting
things could happen.
adorable.
And then I actually got these in just in case Whitney showed up, Whitney Moore.
Did everybody hear him say all kinds of terrible things could happen?
Yeah.
Is anyone worried?
Yeah.
No. Okay, great.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a big bowl of balls.
That's why we have protective measures in place.
We
yeah.
might need more water.
We're definitely going to need more water. Thankfully,
I was just wondering, what would happen if you took like a giant bag of those and put them in the ocean? Like, would that be a terrorist plot?
well,
Like,
salt
I don't-
water also would probably not absorb as well. I imagine because salt is actually already a crystalline form.
Good,
it
because
would
I just thought
probably
like we're
be
giving
that.
like people like.
I don't know why I'm
horrible
looking at a
ideas.
roboticist about that, but like, my chemistry major couldn't make it today. But I'm specifically actually glad that a bunch of you who are wondering, A, why you're here, or B, what madness I've dragged you into, thank you for coming, is I wanted to also talk about one of the ways that we're introduced to science. And so we got a big collection of the things that we use to get kids interested in science. Yeah. Because that's kind of what excites me, is like the notion of how, because science is, when you're doing it, kind of boring and dull and slow and methodical, and we have to find ways of just like getting people excited about the notion of knowing how things work. and why things work the way they do, and figuring out the rules to the universe, which is
Pretty amazing.
it's amazing. We figure shit out all the time, and it's crazy, and I love it.
I love any like the thing that distinguishes science as a field is the idea that we will all be terribly delighted if it turns out we're wrong about everything, and I love that because it's just like this is the best set of rules that we have right now. But we say that understanding that we might be wrong about all of them, and we will eventually understand what was actually causing that thing that we thought was gravity or whatever.
It's that idea that we use what works until the moment that it doesn't, then we figure out why it's not working, and then we revise. One of the things I was doing. Actually, this is a good quiz. Who here knows what QI is? And Chad, I know you know what QI
heard
is.
of it.
I know Q.
As in, yes, of course.
Right. Okay.
You'll be amazed. It hasn't really breached the Atlantic Ocean the way you would think.
Outrageous.
I know. So QI is one of the. If you have a show that you should pick up, it's a show called QI. It is amazing.
Oh, the show.
Oh yeah.
I was like, is this some weird? Yes, it's great.
I was trying to find a bit that they did about season 7, I want to say, where they figured out the percentage of what they had done in previous seasons and what was now not true anymore.
Half-life effect.
The half-life effects.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And they figured out how much of what they had already done in previous shows was now not true. And that was just, it had just become out. It wasn't that they were wrong at the time, it was just that facts were now different. Oh my God, we need more water.
That was so fast.
Oh, they're so big.
Oh, is that water in that jug? Did you just hand me a hobo jug of water?
My goodness, can we show this
Yeah,
off?
that's going.
Wow.
That's going
That way.
fast.
That way.
Yeah, that absorbed all that real
Whoa.
quick. Okay.
My goodness.
Here.
More.
Cool.
Oh, bucket of balls.
Gorgeous.
I'm gonna
This
pour
is
more
how you
hobo
make
juice into
diamonds.
this.
Hobo juice.
Let's do this every 5 minutes or so.
While we're on the topic of water, one of my favorite facts about a vague science area, aka archaeology,
Sure.
is
Miss
when
facts about vague science areas. We love
yes,
that.
when
section.
they would look at the pictures in the pyramids of them building the pyramids and had the rows of wood and how they would be dumping water into the sand. At first they thought it was just because it was a ritual. They're like, this is how they
Religion is wacky.
well, religion is weird. And then someone was like, no, you use the water on the sand to make the logs roll, and that's how they move those giant ass bricks. It took 2 different branches of science coming together to be like, oh, that's how it's done. It's not just ritual.
And we are at the point now where no one can possibly know everything there is to know. There's no way to know everything anymore. You can only know a fraction of anything at this point.
It's a lot of guessing.
And it's just we just need this world of experts. Yes.
I'm curious. Do you know why the water helped?
It reduces the friction between the log and the sand so it can roll.
Oh, okay. So it's
So instead of just if you're in regular sand and it's just kind of you try to push forward, it just pushes more sand forward.
Yeah.
It compacts the sand,
Like it's
and so
easier-
things can roll across.
it's easier to jog by the ocean down
Yes.
on
Right.
Yeah,
below the
because
water line.
it's more compact. So instead of dragging more sand in front of it, it's
easy.
That is
Yeah.
true.
If you stand on the sand, you
Slick
sink. If you
and-
walk.
I thought it was a slip and slide. That's what I assumed.
You can risky business.
I mean, if you
pyramid.
had a ramp going
Yeah.
all the way down the pyramid,
pyramid?
you're just
Yeah.
it's just that one
if you
corner.
think of boogie boarding, which is just basically the thin layer of water right on the wet sand, it's kind of like that.
Ancient Egyptians, original
more
boogie
you
boards.
Oh God! Oh man, it's going fast.
This is amazing.
Wait, we need
There's a
more.
lot in there.
More water.
I got more.
This
Whoa.
is so,
Yeah, that's
I'll
going.
refill the hobo jug if you need.
this is gonna eat the set by the end of tonight.
that's
I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
I'm
Wait
really,
a second. Yeah, seriously, this is a bad idea, guys.
No,
what
man,
are we doing?
I
This
have
is
been
how-
waiting for
this
a
is how
remake
horror
of the
movies
Blob.
start.
I wanted a remake of the movie The Blob for years now. No one's doing it. I'm doing it tonight.
And we
Gather
know
your
that they'll
blob.
be limited by whatever you call the principle that says the things can't get so big before the inside is too big for the skin. There's a scientific term for that.
Yes, there is.
I would like to say
That's what I was going with. Yeah.
Like Thanksgiving.
Explosion.
I'd 100%
Thanksgiving.
watch a remake of Flubber with Bonnie and Gina. How great.
Oh
would
my
that be?
gosh. Do it.
Right?
Here we go.
Ting.
We'll call it Flubber 2, Revenge of the
Flub.
Flub.
Flub to
Revenge of the Science.
Flub
No,
harder.
I want to
Flub
see
harder.
us
Live free or die flub. A good day to
and then
flubber.
becoming
Actually, they
flubber.
made a flubber too, didn't they?
They did make a flubber
would be
too.
Oh, they did make a flubber too.
Oh, well then we'll
Third
just
time.
Flubber the next
Flubber
generation.
flubbering when we become flubber.
We'll just do Flubber 3. We make it better.
We make it flubber. Ooh. There we go. Terrible jokes.
Where is it again?
Oh God, it's going fast.
It's consuming.
Daughters of Flippers.
I feel like we might need a bigger boat.
There may end up being a bigger boat for this.
Ready? 1, 2. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, wait, let's try again. Ready? 1, 2. Yeah.
That's pretty intense.
That's pretty scientific.
Thank
So
you.
we've got a bunch of toys to play with. I wanted to ask the group while we were playing with them if anybody, we've got robots to build. We have a volcano.
I want volcano.
Yeah.
We're
I
gonna-
wanted to build volcano my entire life.
Volcano is going to happen apparently.
Molly and Maggie Molecule.
We also have splunking.
Magna.
We have splunking. So we have these. This is kind of exciting, which is we have these little crystal rocks, and we have tiny tools.
Oh, no.
Tiny tools for you to slowly pick your way through to find actual things inside.
There's a treasure?
There's treasure. We've got
both?
these come in several different colors. There's sapphire, ruby, diamond, silver, and gold. So
Holy cow!
I found these. This was the best thing I found. I got to say, like this was the thing that actually surprised me. We have paper airplanes. We have robots. We have
Best day ever.
I know. I'm so glad I stayed.
we also have I hate the term of the miracle berries. So at some point we're going to be doing miracle berries.
Miracle Larry?
I'm excited for those.
What have you gotten us into?
I've got us into like most episodes of the show. It's about eating something weird.
Yay!
Yeah. Right?
This is what you're here for.
Sapphire, dig it. It's
I
It's
dig
got
it.
a tiny hammer and
Can you dig
a
it?
shovel.
I'm
I
very
can
excited.
We'll pass out some kids, man.
Let's
Yeah,
who
where
wants-
should we begin?
And fill up the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need more
more
water.
bucket.
What? How
And
do
a
they?
bigger
If I
boat.
touch it, what is?
Oh, it's probably a little wet in there, but
It will absorb you.
Yeah. Bye.
that would be amazing. That would
That
be
was the last time we saw Amy Dallin.
They are predictably slimy, but extremely
You know,
cool
we should have
looking.
kept
Wow.
one as a control. Science.
Did you?
There's still some in that bag, right?
yeah. There's a couple
You
in the
didn't dump
bag.
them all.
There's like two.
They're like sprinkles. You can't ever get all the
They
sprinkles.
can dehydrate, which is nice, but it takes a while to do that.
Oh, they're gonna all
Yeah?
get small again?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm
What
leaving
happens
this
to
one
all
out.
We
the
can
water?
take them home
Does
as
the
party
water all
favors?
If you like.
I
Yeah, let's just go for
want
it.
to just dunk my hand in that.
Oh yeah, no, this is the plan at the end of
Do
the night.
not
is to get to-
suffocate.
That's very
I said
unbelievable.
hand, not
it's
head.
crazy because
Oh,
this is
I
kind
heard
of like
that. Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Is this actually? I haven't seen it yet. Don't spoil.
I'm not spoiling anything. but they do have a bunch of tiny crystalline things that they put water on. No, I'm just kidding.
If we have some bowls, if people want to start splunking.
Yeah.
I also thought it'd be fun. So we'll get some bowls so people can either you can pick what kind of if you want a diamond or
Splunk.
gold or silver.
Go digging.
And
We're gonna
splunk.
I can dig it.
Why
Can
make me
we
choose?
spelunk together
You want to
in
spoon
a
like the Rebbe?
giant,
Do you want to do the gold?
giant
Yeah,
gold
let's
bar?
do it.
Yeah, we should all partner up
But
and
the
splunk.
problem with it, I see
that what
this,
This whole couch.
Yes.
and I hope that there's
We've got 4
chocolate.
sets, right?
Oh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Team this?
People to splunk
Yeah.
into
Well,
if you
let's
need them.
just start with that. We've got all these pairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All right.
Let's all splunk it.
Splunk it.
Oh, you got it. Okay. That's as far as we can get with that.
We changed the words.
With it.
Dun 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 dun.
Splunk it.
When a crystal comes along,
You must splunk it.
So
When there's nothing.
crystalline structures are damn cool. I'm of the opinion. I've always been fascinated by crystals, how they grow, how they work.
Yes.
And I would have brought one of the crystal growing sets, except of course those take forever. They're really cool, and I'm sure people have made rock candy at home and know how to like using string and water
He's
and
sure
sugar.
people have made rock candy.
So
I know. I love how he said that,
If
and then
you've
looked
never
right
made-
at me, and I was like,
You've made
yeah,
rock candy."
Of course, I make
the
rock
blue
candy
one.
all the time.
Pass the blue one to.
yeah.
Oh, sure.
This is already.
Here, have some
It's
tools.
already
Do you
splunked.
like me?
Yes.
A bigger.
Shall we look for silver or shall we just observe?
Perhaps. Well, we could do both. I'm not going to deny myself.
These are amazing.
Thank you.
Here, put this on my nose.
No, it smells like
So for those of you who don't know how to make rock crystal candy, if you're at home, you can heat up some water and absorb a bunch of sugar into it, usually some food coloring because that's what makes it fancy. And you get it to the point where the hot water cannot absorb any more sugar. You get as much sugar floating in the mixture as humanly possible. And then I usually like say take a string and you tie it to a pencil and you sort of suspend the pencil over either the cup or the jar that you've got the sugar water in. And then you drop you can like put a weight on it, but you get the string to go all the way to the bottom of it. And you slowly let the water dehydrate over days and days and days and days and days. And the sugar, as the water can no longer hold that sugar, it will start to form around the string into crystalline structures. And so that's how you make rock candy.
Fantastic!
This is a terrible idea.
Yes!
Why? What are you
Yes,
doing?
it is!
We need a plate.
More water if you need it.
Thank you.
But also, I brought you this. I thought you might put a few in there and see how big you can really go. And I brought you a little thing to move that. Here, Amy, you want to take this from me?
I do. Fulfilling my dream.
Do you have like a bigger plate or a bigger bowl?
Yes, I do.
You guys really went for the big one, didn't
Your
you?
gold is enormous.
It's all gritty.
Get it.
If I can hear from each of the teams what it is that you're working on,
Jade and I are having
and
way too
possibly
much fun. We've
name
got
yourself.
rubies. I've got a tiny hammer. I'm having a great
So
day.
team 1 here, what are you currently investigating?
Looks like an egg.
It looks like an egg.
Better.
That's so much better. Okay.
It tastes really gritty.
Thank you, Sats.
I think I should
I did the same thing.
It smells like Play-Doh.
I think we should put this up there.
Yes, what about it?
There we go. Okay, should we go right down
One
this way?
in 24 boxes you will find a real gem, a diamond, a sapphire, emerald, or ruby.
What? My
Flip that over. You're much more likely to find rock crystal, sodalite, salt crystal, new jade, amethyst, snowflake, obsidian, and yellow jade.
Neat. So we might get a real
Wait,
ruby.
we might find a
might.
snowflake,
We're going to
which
a
will
pawn
just
shop.
melt. What's the point of that?
Split the profit.
I didn't know this was a gambling event.
This is in
Ah,
fact
yeah.
covered under several weird international laws, Guam not included.
Ours is a glass that says silver.
It says silver.
Which is semantically similar to silver.
Oh, yeah, we found it.
Well done!
Is it like right in the
Shit!
I just cut it in
I think you win.
Cut it in half.
That's what we're doing.
Amazing.
So I might have stabbed it with a screwdriver.
We didn't get knives.
I can feel my friends at the La Brea Tar Pits having a heart attack right now. Oh.
They're screwdrivers.
Oh.
A lot sharper than all the rest of
I'm just.
This is gonna take us a long time.
I can feel everyone in the La Brea Tar Pits having like just an aneurysm.
This is how you archaeology, guys.
This is definitely not how you archaeology.
I'm pretty sure.
It looks like a sugar lump.
I think we found rock crystal or salt.
Let's see if we can.
If we find a diamond, I'm leaving.
Oh, wait.
I'm taking the diamond.
So
and
yes, we are going to attempt to identify these.
Yes!
Yeah, there it is.
I know, isn't it exciting?
Is that really? Is that it?
I'm just trying the back
Are you
of this
just
shovel.
going
You just
for it?
crack it like an egg? Oh my gosh.
It is an egg.
Yeah?
I feel like my brushing is
We also have paper towels and water.
You're gonna need a vacuum.
Yeah.
We know.
I sure out of water again, actually.
I've got more when it's ready, but yeah, it's already. Yeah, it's starting to go.
Need goggles.
We're like real scientists.
This is how David Attenborough does it.
Yeah.
We're making discoveries.
Yeah, we've
I
decided
did
to
have a
flip our tools.
point. Where did I go? Oh, there was a point for all this.
There's one other big bowl there in the middle if somebody needs a larger bowl.
Oh yes.
Alright, so our other teams, I know mine was labeled silver. What were the other teams' original labels?
Taliesin unwrapped ours, so I'm going to assume-
Sapphire.
I was gonna guess blue ruby.
Oh well, that was a good guess.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's going a lot faster.
So when this is really done, for those of you who are wondering, when this is really done, there are people who sit and you found something.
Hey!
We just went straight down.
We found an infinity stone.
Hey!
So.
Give me my gauntlet.
Wait, be careful. Maybe they're all part of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
You may have to make a tiny
Oh,
infinity
yeah, get
gauntlet.
tight.
Don't worry, we have a glove.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to take
We
your
can super
artifacts?
glue
Okay,
or
pass the
tape
glove.
the gems to the glove.
Take it.
Okay, got it.
And here.
What are you doing?
I'm
my
so happy.
gosh. Oh my
Here's
gosh.
a better, stronger tape. It won't
Oh,
be-
but it won't be see through though.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe
Well,
we can get
I'll be
under there.
see-through on the front and then black on the back.
Oh, that'll do it then. All right.
I'll start rolling them.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to break it.
They're now betting money that we're gonna break these bowls.
That's fair.
How much are we up to? Because I'll break a bowl for somebody if someone wants to
I don't
split it
think it's
with me.
possible to break anything.
I mean, no.
What
No.
am I meant to do with this?
I don't know. It's one of the running gags is actually doing this properly. You do sit with dental tools and slowly poke at the earth for hours and hours and hours, slowly making your way, usually around things that will crumble if you hit them wrong in the first place. It is slow, painstaking work.
The tension inherent in knowing that if you accidentally slip, you have destroyed an irreplaceable piece of history would in fact stress me out a lot.
Oh, the people I know who do this for a living are pretty stressed by it. It's kind of
Not gonna lie, this brushing the dust away is actually kind of fun.
It's really
Like,
We've abandoned the plan.
I remember
We're
watching
making
it
a
on Jurassic
friend.
Park and being like, yeah, that looks okay, but like doing
No,
it?
actually going in and being like, nope, brush, 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 brush. It's
If
kind
you
of nice, isn't
want
it?
a more easy real world experience, just go to a baseball game, become an umpire,
Ah, yeah.
brush
Home
off
plate.
in home
Yeah.
plate.
Gina and I misunderstood the assignment, and we've made
abandoned the plan.
We've abandoned the plan. His name? This is Rupert. This is Rupert the Ruby, and
An outbreak of performance art has
I
come
feel
up
like-
in our science.
I feel like if we dig too deep, we'll hurt him.
But
We're gonna perform surgery.
We'll never complete the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh,
You're
right.
Okay.
Sorry,
Perhaps the
Rupert.
real
Right,
Infinity
sorry,
Gauntlet is the
sorry,
friends we
Rupert.
made along the way.
I think believe that's science.
Misunderstood.
Hey, we got chocolate.
Do not put these in.
here.
Are you sure they're not safe to lick? Because
I mean, rocks are generally safe to lick.
It is gritty though.
Yeah, the camera.
Where are the pictures? There were pictures to help us identify it. Are you burying it in the?
No, I'm washing it off.
Oh.
I think that is racist. I don't know.
Yeah, we do have pictures.
use the science.
Have we identified these so far?
Yeah.
Emerging
Have you been able to
minerals?
identify what rocks you got?
Is there more than one in each of these?
You don't get any information. We're modeling.
It's a cube.
Oh, come on, I'm disappointed.
We're modeling the way different scientific teams are limited by the resources, where we just kind of threw part of your materials at you and didn't tell you what we're doing at all.
It's cubic stonium.
We definitely got a real ruby. We're guaranteed to get.
All right. I think it's obsidian from the guide that they were given. That was probably looks like a piece of obsidian. That's something else.
So there's definitely one here and one.
Is this all of this?
We're going in.
Here we
We think
go.
we might be 3 in ours.
Let's see.
What? 3?
There's 3 on the box. There it is.
Oh.
So we don't know.
Sodalite.
but-
We didn't
It's
even look
Sodalite.
at the box.
Sodalite, first ID.
We have our first ID for Sodalite.
Excellent.
There you are.
What was the? I think the one we had.
That's I know what that is. That's
Yeah, I think we
The
have
knife
3.
is very good.
We have
the
a
knife
real
is very good. We should have more knives.
Viva la knife.
You guys had Sodalite.
Alright, so we got the soda light done.
To the glove with the soda light.
I have a theory on this one, which at one point I want to take a look at, which is it looks like there was a thing that we used to have in a crystal. It was called it wasn't the real name for it, a TV crystal. It was a crystal, and the way that it formed was very specific. I'm going to see if this is one of them. I can't tell. Let's see if we'll do this.
Are the mics really loving me making this repetitive tapping noise?
You're fine.
Great.
I have some wet naps here if anyone is feeling dusty.
I feel so dusty.
There you go. And I'm gonna move some of these more in here because we have lots more water space in here.
No, it doesn't quite pick it up.
You're putting in the French press?
Yeah, I've modified a French press.
Which one of you?
You might want to bring some of the water from the French press.
Ah, that's all right.
Gonna
Yeah.
lick waiting
There
for
you
you
go.
to lick it.
Displacement.
No,
Science.
I did bite it to open it
Actually, I have a
and
good
got a
science
little in
story
my
about
mouth. If that counts.
Oh, we'll use that segue.
To bite the body.
Paper towels in
Oh,
here.
that.
There, by my foot. Hold
And
on.
we have so much water here, Allison.
Okay.
So, but what's your science story about displacement?
So,
Ooh, we got our.
What'd you
Wait, we gotta take it out. We gotta chisel away.
You murdered Rupert?
Rupert.
It was his time.
Rupert was in Infinity War, so this is now Rupert.
Rupert needed surgery.
My God! Suddenly I realized that Mary Poppins is much darker after Infinity War. It's just you find the fun and then snap.
job's a game.
The job's a game, and somewhere half the
Do
universe
not
dies.
ruin Mary Poppins for that.
She is Thanos.
I can do that this
No.
She's got the infinity carpet bag.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I think there is another one in here.
Yeah.
So
I got my job.
Okay, let's take bets.
So,
you think it's the Rainbow Six?
there was, I believe it was the King of Spain, and again, chat, please,
Nope.
please, chat, correct me for anything that's wrong with the story.
Or
Fact checkers go.
I don't remember the time or place because I'm just bringing this out of memory.
What's random?
There was a man who was tasked with figuring out whether or not the King of Spain, I believe's crown was real gold or not. He had had a crown commission, and he wanted to find out if it was really gold or if he'd been cheated. And he assigned this great thinker, and I'm trying to remember who it was, to figure out how one could find out without ruining it whether or not the crown was real or not. And he thought about it, and he thought about it, and he finally, he got into the bath. He was gonna, like, I'm gonna take a bath and think about it. He got into the bath, and he saw the water level rise, and he figured out
the weight of gold.
that he could weigh the crown, and then weigh what should be the correct ingredients, and the volume of water should be equally displaced. And famously, this is actually where the saying comes from, jumped naked out of the bathroom and ran through the streets yelling, "Eureka!" And that's where the Eureka inspiration comes from. Is this Eureka? Eureka is from figuring out how you could use. I think it's Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, ancient Greece.
Bless you.
I mean, I just
Oh, it
assumed
wasn't King. Thank you. It was
he
way
would
back
just
when.
wear it on his finger for a while. Whenever he took it off, and it would be green.
It'd be green,
He'd be
yeah,
like,
it's-
"Oh, this is obviously
obviously.
not a real crown."
But you can actually figure out because thanks to
Worth
the
its
weight
weight
of the
in gold.
materials, it would have a different weight, and
But
therefore the water.
displacement just tells you about volume.
Yes, but if the weight is the same, it would have the same atomic weight as the gold for the same amount of volume.
Same density.
Same density, which means that it would displace the same amount of water. Or it would displace more water because you would need more of a different material. Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Rupert
I know.
has sacrificed himself for the greater good.
It took me a
What
while.
have you got?
An amethyst.
Whoa!
My favorite stone.
Yes, mine too. Purple's my favorite color, so it was very fitting that Rupert had to
some very
sacrifice
good
himself to give us
This
this
is the
pretty
greatest
stone.
glove ever. I'm so excited.
Ready to add it?
Amethyst.
Let's do
Join.
this.
I blame my partner for
What
getting
would you be
distracted
stones
for our lack of progress.
Maybe he was watching
Sorry, what?
Eureka on Netflix in the bathtub.
That was
Yeah.
a good idea.
Which is a great show to.
I missed that show.
We all missed that show.
So good. Sci-fi had some really good shows there for a while. They just were not getting much attention.
No, no.
It's like they changed their branding and
it was a simpler
things got
time.
really weird.
Eureka's a very fun show for the fact that, like, the science does not necessarily hold up, but it's always based on something really interesting that has some kind of kernel of truth to it.
It's also, and I'm going to proselytize a little bit here. I feel like there was a moment in time where we stopped having. You can keep sawing while it's happening.
You,
Where we stopped having. We stopped allowing smart people to be heroic in fiction, and I was kind of. It did harken back to. I remember when it was like there was. We've kind of had a bit of a swing the other way again of like. Letting there be heroic smart people again is kind of a thing. Like we it was very popular in the '60s. It kind of went away in the '70s and '80s. Kind of came back, went away.
Towson, the term for that is competency porn.
Competency porn. I love competency porn.
there's a subtle distinction, but they're both signs, I think, of a healthy society.
Do you want to offload some of those into another dish and then put more water next to it?
Well, I mean, like I'm just gonna
That's
keep
fair to
off.
see how big those can
I'm
get.
just gonna keep offloading them into this.
But then we'll run out of room and both on the same principle.
We were just talking about the show Eureka, right?
Yes.
Because I completely was like so focused on Rupert and this. So my friend Neil played the little nerdy genius guy.
You're
on there.
gonna have to
What was
be
the
more
guy's name?
specific.
Neil Grayston.
No, I know Neil Grayson. No, I'm talking about his character's name. I can't remember his character's name.
Chat.
My goodness.
Yeah, Chad will find it.
He was.
But I remember my laptop broke one day. It wasn't working, and I called him asking for help with my computer, and he goes, "Bonnie, you know I'm actually not a computer genius. Like this is." I was like, "You built a flying car. Like this is what you do." He's like, "I actually don't know anything about computers." He thought I was really weird.
Fargo. That's right.
Thank you.
Fargo.
Fargo.
Yes.
That's right, Fargo. He played Fargo on Eureka, and
Also
so like
lovely
I gave him a call and asked him, or I was texting him asking him for computer help, and he thought I was crazy.
Is that the life of
Well,
computer
we're not
science?
sure if there might be other
Is
stones in
constant,
here.
will you fix my computer?
He was Archimedes.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
both my
Deadpool.
parents just on the way over.
I'll take
What?
They need
Let's
help with
I'll take a
computers in their
section.
home.
Wait, there
again.
was a.
Is that actually?
We took one
That is
stone.
the
We're not sure if there
perennial
might be
job of
more
computer
stones.
Oh no, I think there's
I
only
will
one.
uninstall
I think there's
Internet
only
Explorer.
one.
But it was very
My
small.
brother has a degree in computer science.
Doing
So.
one more.
Yeah,
It's
except he applies it only towards video games these days because that is his calling.
What is your branch of computer science?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
In one of
So
24
I'm
boxes.
one of Margaret's coworkers.
probably
I
just
work
one
at
of-
Hero Forge, so I'm doing a lot of the web development and algorithms that keep Hero Forge running.
Oh, fantastic. So that would be, I'm going to randomly guess back-end development? Or both?
It's kind of middle stack. I'm between the server guy and the absolute front end design team, doing kind of the 3D rendering parts.
Oh, delightful.
The fact that app works on my iPad is a true wonder. Let me tell you.
Oh boy, it has been an ongoing struggle. They keep every iPad has a new little trick
I'm
to
so
how they
sorry.
render things.
Just like
Will water melt this?
So what are the
yeah.
biggest challenges that we don't know about?
Are you
Is
ready?
it
Is it
every
coming
time
down the
there's
water?
a new iPad, they
mean,
change the rules on you?
We
Well,
found
so-
one stone. We'll watch if there's
I
one.
noticed when I was bad-mouthing Internet Explorer, the old disused browser, everyone was nodding. They're like, oh yeah, no, that's terrible. What you don't notice is that Apple is really making their browsers wildly inconsistent from operating system to operating system. So now instead of saying, oh gosh, Internet Explorer, I'm going, oh no, Safari, why? You had this working on iPhone 5s, why is this, how did you go back to that? That's because
Why
they want
is
you to
it
use
broken
apps.
now? Nice.
Yeah.
It's a very impressive website.
So I should call you for my computer problems.
Are we waiting on the 5th and 6th gen?
My goodness.
We only have 5, I think.
Taliesin, I'm pointing at you are not helping.
Oh no, I'm not helping.
Wait, how many containers of these do we have? 4?
This is all the progress I've made.
Oh good God, let me help
Four,
with this.
but the gold bar
Sure.
should have
If you want water, you can cut right through it.
Oh, yours is gross now.
We can use what they call.
What have you done?
Science
What have you done?
found that we could
That's
make
not
a
how
paste.
science works.
This is absolutely how science works.
We used to back in the day. They would
Actually, this is
boil
all
away the
kinetic
tar to get to stuff, and it was noxious and awful.
Magic.
I'm sure it feels really good.
Oh wow.
Well, thank
Wingardium
you.
Leviosa.
I'm excited for you to do that in the bowl.
Here, it'll be funny if you do it on my knee so that something goes wrong. It'll hurt me very badly.
This is what I was doing before, but better. And with the chance of breaking this bowl and injuring you. Shall I kick to the side so I don't actually hit the thing?
Oh yeah, go for it.
We should put it on
This is a terrible idea. I'm so excited.
We should put it on your zebra thing and
Gently.
dye your zebra
Gently
hair
tap.
yellow. 'Cause it looks like.
Ah.
Whoa.
Okay, it's working. And hold.
Whoa.
I picked a bit of an angle, slightly off center, because I don't want to actually
And hold.
land in the
It's
center.
on the bowl breaking. $1 going now.
Yeah, they went up
$2.
significantly.
Yeah.
$5.
All of a sudden it
All of a
goes.
sudden the odds
It goes
dropped.
through
Like,
Talisman's leg.
big time.
Oh no.
This is, to be fair, already my bad leg, so like really
Amy,
nothing.
if you need
nothing
help,
lost.
I also have a hammer.
Ooh! See, I was using my little hammer, and it was not having the same effect.
Would you like a
Ah.
wipe?
I would.
Would
Yeah.
you like a wipe?
This is so terrifying. This is like the best ride at Magic Mountain.
I feel
Honestly,
like
if
someone should
Magic
be.
Mountain-
If you end up
given
stabbing me in
another-
the leg, I want you to know that it was all worth it and I regret nothing. Oh,
Excellent.
wait, did we hit something?
The bowl.
Somehow we've managed, we might have the one that has, oh!
Woo!
Oh!
Hey.
Whoa!
It's the last stone of the infinity.
This is actually, okay.
And ever since
It actually
cavemen,
looks
we've
like
found
it's singing
shiny
this
things to
time.
be amazing.
Indeed. Coated in a mysterious
get-
substance.
How am I going to get
It's vibranium.
that now?
I'm trying it off.
Ooh!
Oh, wow.
You found the Gothis stone.
This is you found the Gothis stone. I ain't taking credit for
You
this.
put your leg at risk doing that.
And
Sorry
That's
about
okay.
all
I'm covered.
of the dust.
Much like most
Science!
episodes, I'm covered in dust and glitter.
Thumb or
That's-
back?
I think back.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, thumbs are for other things. Let's see what else we got.
Is it
My
pyrite? Or
goodness.
hema?
Well,
I think
ours
it's-
must be the
it's
obsidian,
It's
right?
obsidian. It's obsidian, I believe.
Which means what's
We
the
have
other one that
two
we thought was
obsidians
obsidian?
then.
I think it's random.
One's like slate.
This could be a
Or
slate.
no, maybe it's pyrite. Oh no, pyrite's fake gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some little.
Wait, we
got
got that
veins.
on
It's on the
Yeah.
chart. Check the chart.
We have a chart.
Consult the key.
Now, if I was really hardcore, I would
No,
turn
you'd
these
be able
into
to tell if it
D6s.
was snowflake.
You what?
It could be
Turn these
soda
into
light.
D6s.
soda light. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be soda like white lord.
That's true. It could be.
What could it be?
It could be sodalite. Well, that's definitely obsidian, but the one that we used to think was obsidian maybe is sodalite.
I'm pretty
Also?
sure hers is the prettiest one.
well.
Looks like it's
What if we
I don't know. It seems heavy
Oh,
to me,
the glove.
but it could be
Oh, the
sodalite.
gauntlet.
Oh.
Yes.
What do they all do?
Yeah, I did. I just got it.
Not from
The real ones
Obsidian
like-
is the Godstone, obviously.
Yeah, okay, right.
Should we all hold hands
Amethyst
and
is.
we when you do it?
Please assign powers to these stones.
Real power.
I don't know if I can control it. Okay.
Control it. We'll hold it together.
I believe in you.
Molecules.
Can do.
You immediately gave away the Gauntlet of Power?
To me,
Science is about sharing. It's, yeah.
worst idea ever.
Climate scientist's name.
Well, they all fly.
We've given Bonnie phenomenal cosmic power. I'm very sorry.
And the first thing I'm gonna do is ponies for everyone.
Hakina says don't lick the sodalite. So let's just bear that in mind. They seem very emphatic about that.
I licked the amethyst.
Out of curiosity, chat. Assuming you already had licked the sodalite,
What should we do now?
It's mildly toxic.
You signed that
Sakina.
form,
It's cool.
yes, yes. No, I signed the form. I'll be fine.
We've all signed a form. If we die tonight, it's no big loss. Everything was covered. You'd be amazed what we are now no longer responsible for.
This is gonna explode.
It's pretty
This
delightful.
bowl is gonna
I
explode.
know, I love it.
Still a
Oh,
range of
Actually,
sizes.
just
Do
put
you
a
have
glass
this?
bowl there, going to offload some so it doesn't.
Oh, if
Right.
we put a lid on it, would it explode?
Absolutely,
It was
right?
just-
'Cause
no,
it keeps
no,
expanding,
it
right?
wouldn't. I don't think it would because it's just absorbing the water content that's there. It's not actually technically. It's expanding, but it's not. It's not like
Oh, the range
growing
of
in volume.
sizes makes it very beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite
Now,
nice.
Taliesin, if you had studied your algorithms, you would know that sphere packing cannot get denser than 76% of the original volume. So if the water is displaced, then air is filling in the spaces between the spheres.
Then it would be getting
It
bigger.
would be larger.
That's true. My God,
Real science.
is that the correct
Yeah.
numbers? Did you actually? Are those? Is that the correct percentages or?
Well, so we actually still have
I'm so
not
excited.
successfully proven that it's not possible to get 13 spheres to touch one central sphere. We're pretty sure, just from brute force algorithms, that it's not possible, but it's still an open question in
Somebody-
mathematics.
somebody
Algorithms,
somewhere-
do you mean people standing there with beach balls going, nope, no, no?
It's
I would take
taken-
that job. I would absolutely take
I
that
wanna
It
job.
would be the 13th.
Back when computers were people, it was just them doing the math behind that.
literally 300 years of mathematicians have gone, I could prove that. And every grocer who's just stacking oranges goes, nope, this is it. This is that's as good as it's getting, guys.
I feel so powerful.
That is a pretty elegant statement, Donna.
I'm actually
Amy.
weirdly enjoying the science facts running through chat. By the way, it's really.
Yeah.
it's
Oh
really-
yeah.
Yeah.
Miss Amy, when you're done with
really
that
making-
bowl.
Do you want to use your
Can I
magic
get it on
berries
that?
now?
I think it might be time for the magic berries. We're gonna need
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
I
Can
brought.
we hear some of these? What got you excited about science stories, though?
Yes.
Very.
Go ahead, I would love to. I would love to hear that.
I've made a mess. I'm spilling it
so
everywhere.
Magic
There's
berries.
nothing to get rid. Anything you guys want to send off stage, Mikey and I will collect and just.
Let's pull the
Who else wants
stones.
to try the infinity glove?
What does it do?
Oh, I do.
If you like it, then you should put a rock on it. If you like it, then you should put a rock on it.
Oh, whoa, whoa. I went over that bad boy.
Oh, hold on, I only have one hand.
I think I'm
Welcome to the
supposed to send
insanity.
myself. We also need a lot of water.
Here we go.
I have water right here.
Yeah.
Take off my power glove.
Are you sending that? Is
All
it
right.
ready to send?
With great power comes great responsibility, and I'm just not ready for it. I shall pass it on to the party zebra.
Please hand this to Gina.
I also want to.
It's got water in it.
It's got water in it.
That's okay.
If you want to play.
Yeah. Get all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So this is why I was also kind of hoping to have Whitney here today, because I know Whitney's the one who introduced me to the notion that people like touching weird things.
Amelie.
Yeah. Haven't you ever dipped your hand in rice and all that? This is like the
How far in
best
life
feeling
did you
ever.
make it without? Every child knows weird stuff.
I was not a normal child. I did not have a normal upbringing.
I know.
I had my own version of homeschool. So I found my delight in other things when I was a child. I discovered childish things in my teenager years. Was I was like, this is really cool. Everyone should do this. So and they're like, yeah, we know, dude. So
I get.
excellent.
I
Well
kind of.
done,
I kind of get
archaeology.
Thanos.
are you getting?
I kind
Thanos?
of get it. Like I get it.
I got rocks on my hand.
I'm not gonna lie. I get it. Like.
I got rocks on my
Are we
hand.
missing one? Technically.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't.
Okay.
I can't wipe out
We never did
everyone.
find.
Oh, okay.
But I can still do some damage.
We aren't getting the soul stone on this show. That's a whole different thing.
That's a whole thing.
We'll see
Maybe
what
on our
happens
show
with
at some
Maybe when we
I
use the
volunteer
volcano.
as tribute.
All right, so I brought you all your food supplies if you need them.
Excellent.
You can tell stories still, it's not stopping you. I don't know where you put the berries, though. Do you have any?
Oh no.
Yeah.
My dream.
They're around here somewhere.
Amy, remember when I said I wasn't gonna put my head in it? I really want to put my face in this.
Yeah, see? I was just hearing
Let
what
it
you
absorb
meant.
more water before you do that.
But like,
Babies.
I'm trying to get to Rocket.
I feel like if you swallow those,
it's
it will
like
go quite
giant
badly.
rainbow
Don't
caviar.
those.
Is this like ASMR for touching stuff?
It is definitely some ASMR.
I lost my
no.
safety glasses. I am unsafe. I'm trying to take Rocket with my Thanos glove.
Glasses are safe.
Where do
It's
they go?
very
On top?
therapeutic. I feel very one with
Okay.
myself right now.
Is it-
And Gina.
Is it possible? Yeah,
Stay out of the camera.
We're
in on
one.
this. Is it possible to
is
buy
weird.
a huge like a lot of these,
Like a
and put them in a
bathtub.
bathtub,
Bathtub.
to swim in this?
So
Yes.
I'm not
A
saying.
pool.
Okay, I'm gonna flat out say it's not that I've ever done this before
Yeah.
because I haven't, but it is possible. You just have to like make sure you have
Bathing
to.
suit for
Yes, you have to do
Well,
bathing.
and I was
Yeah.
also going to say, you would really need to make sure that that drain is stopped.
Well,
right?
this is
Because
also
what happens
this
if those
is
get
this is
down the
also
drain?
and again
Kiddie
and
pool,
again
kiddie
I
pool.
don't want to let you people in on more than you care to know, but this is basically how clean Jello wrestling works. If you don't actually, because Jello obviously you don't want to wrestle in.
Right.
This is kind of the stuff they use expensive plastics and crystalline structures
So
for
I
it.
can make this dream come true.
We can go wrestle.
Get wrestle?
So I
Let's wrestle and why are we
went to
getting
a
here?
different place. I figured we could get a kiddie pool, and now we can Jello
We can
wrestle.
totally do this at least at my house. I think I could convince people that this is a good idea.
Gather your Jello wrestlers.
I have some weird Jello wrestling stories, but that's for another gather.
That is
Okay,
so
okay. I'm gonna be
Yes.
unselfish and I'm gonna send this bowl around so you
Um,
can.
All right,
In high school, we did a
enjoy the science.
prank for high school where we bought 3 gross of pink bouncy balls and then threw them during a pep assembly. And it was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
That sounds majestic.
Did you throw them simultaneously?
Yeah. We
From different
distributed
points
them.
of origin, or oh wow.
Yeah, we distributed them through the section, like through the bleachers, and it was like the senior section and then like the theater kids. And I remember being in the front of the group, so I remember like somebody signaled for us to throw, and I threw mine, and I was like, uh-oh, nothing's happened. I was like, oh no, I'm definitely getting in trouble. And then this wave of pink just came above my head and like hit the gym floor and just bounced at all the freshmen and sophomores, and it was just glorious. And then they changed the rule book that year for you weren't allowed to throw things at pep assemblies, apparently. Apparently that wasn't in the rule book before.
And some later generation of kids looked at the rule book like, wait, what?
Yeah, why would somebody
Why
throw
does this rule
something?
exist?
Yeah.
And you were the brave people who made that rule happen.
Yes. Because of power.
So while we're cutting this up, what was the first time you remember being like, this science is something I'm like is going to be a part of my life? Is going to be like, what were the things that excited you as a kid?
Bill Nye the Science
Yes.
Guy.
Yep.
Yay!
Sorry, I had to go like the super.
No, I mean,
was a
the
geek
whole
when he was
generation
straightforward.
was Bill Nye.
Bill Nye,
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle.
Yeah.
Magic School Bus.
Magic School
yeah.
Magic School Bus?
That was good.
Mr. Wizard.
Beekman's World, Mr. Wizard.
Mr.
That's my
Wizard.
generation.
So I believe this came up earlier, and at least one of us was unfamiliar with Mr. Wizard. What is Mr. Wizard?
That's right. Well, God, you're Wednesday clubbing me.
And you're still asking me.
No, we're
no
looking.
idea.
That's what she does. Mr. Wizard was kind of he was kind of a Fred Rogers, except a little bit more of like friendly uncle with a garage where he was just like, I just got 200 mouse traps and put ping pong balls on them. Why don't you throw one ping pong in there and see what happens? And you'd be like, he just have random kids come to his garage and be like, we're gonna pour chemical. We've got a bunch of dry ice. Let's see what happens when we liquefy it and stick plants in it. And you're like,
There's some great
yeah!
clips of him just like knocking kids down. Like it was a time like the 80s were a time when like you could insult
So you could
kids and
sign a
call them
form.
stupid and nobody cared. It would be like, no, you stupid little kid. This is how you do science.
He was a little full of himself.
He was a little.
I say uncle
mean.
very specifically with like
Yeah.
I do not remember him being mean.
He was occasionally a little mean.
There's some clips. There's some
You're like,
funny
oh.
stuff.
Mr. Rogers was also really good
Yeah.
because he would do those how-to segments. My favorite one was the crayons.
What?
Learning how crayons were made.
I remember that.
It's very like burned into my brain.
I love melting crayons. Melting crayons
Yeah.
is really fun, and then pouring them.
Melting
in.
crayon art is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So science education TV was the thing for a lot of us. I like Square One and 3-2-1 Contact were
Contact.
my spacey childhood.
Wait, Zoom. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What was Zoom?
Man, that's,
I don't know
that's
Zoom.
probably more our
Yeah.
Beekman's World. Thank you guys.
Oh,
Beekman's World,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of
Bunch of
science.
I also-
doing awesome epic
Science stuff.
So what was Zoom?
stuff.
The
It,
Muppets.
it was like all that, but for science.
Literally. That's
Honeydew
Yeah.
and Beaker.
yeah.
I also I got to admit MacGyver on a weird level had
Yeah,
a very
absolutely.
positive.
Oh
role.
yeah.
It was just think your way out of dumb.
Well, and on that same level, like Batman, like that was kind of like Batman's kind of thing is this technology, which is science.
Well, the big one was Flash, actually.
Well, because Flash was a scientist.
Police scientists.
Well, and like that was a
very
book that was very super STEMmy. It was STEMmy. What a
Yeah.
weird thing to say. Where it was the Flash facts, which is that he would often defeat his villains through the power of physics that he would very carefully and methodically over pages and pages explain.
and then completely violate,
And then
but
violate, but-
explain the principles behind.
Like-
so flash facts were a thing in comics where they'd be like, and here's your interesting fact about displacement.
And we did. I
Versus
mean, I
the
think
turtle.
it's different depending on where you're from. But like in Oklahoma, we had gifted education, and we had Odyssey of the Mind,
Ah,
Oh, man.
Rube Goldberg. Rube
which
Goldberg.
I loved. Odyssey of the Mind. And we
I
did.
forgot about that.
Yeah, and so we had, you had your balsa was one, like balsa structures,
I did
and
that
then
one.
I've got a scar on my finger from making toothpick bridges in high school.
Oh my lord. Yes.
Because I took an X-Acto knife to the finger and bled all over my bridge.
Ow.
And then I remember
it color.
our OM, I was in a group that made remote control cars. Like we made cars that, worked off rubber bands and batteries and whatnot. And then my big thing being the actor in the group was to make the story, because it was like, we had to have a story that went with
Yeah.
it. So we made them all into sandwiches. And our thing was, we had a time machine that was an outhouse that ran off toilet paper. And we went through periods of time and made like sandwiches that were like the history of sandwiches.
fantastic.
Yeah. It was very good. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was amazing, guys, but it was pretty amazing.
We did something similar with our Rube Goldberg machine, and we started it off going, "Get on the bus, get on the bus," and then we started the whole thing, and it went through like weird periods of time, and it didn't work, but it was cool.
So Neverwinter in chat did a similar thing, which was also one I did, Science Olympiad.
Oh.
That's what I did. That's what I was in.
What were your events?
Oh gosh.
drop?
I did like parachute.
Oh, they with the
Nice.
eggs.
The parachute, and then oh my god, that was like what, 5th grade, 6th grade, 4th grade. Well, that was a long time ago. Oh my gosh. I did make the robotic car. We did that one, right? Because when you said that, so I thought it was the same thing, but I guess it's not. Also, keep in mind that I'm from Louisiana, that is like 10 years behind everything else.
Oh, no.
So like an honors class and like a special class for us was like still behind the rest of the country. No offense to my state, but yeah, it's bad, y'all.
I mean, Oklahoma's 50th in the country for education right now, so
Yeah,
I feel
but-
I understand.
but in the past,
Cool.
you know. But like the okay, but
I went to 5th grade, so I got to build some fun things out of cardboard and make up spaceships. and
Also,
things.
you're like an unstoppable making stuff machine.
Right?
So
Kinda
you
your
got the
vibe.
gene.
Compensated. I needed it.
I had set teachers.
How did you get the vibe of like, I want to make this thing out of cardboard and bring it to life?
I don't know. I have a very distinct memory as a kid of wanting to make myself a lock for the cardboard castles that I used to make constantly with my friend. And so I was like sitting at like a diner just constructing a cardboard lock and how a key would work to make sure that it would just lock without just being like a bink. I wanted like a real lock. So I remember sitting there for a while just trying to make this lock out of cardboard. And then I was like, I should probably do stuff, more stuff. So I just kept making things.
Did you make the lock?
Oh yeah. I made
Nice.
shelves and secret passageways and things. It was
Oh man.
I
wanna live in a
constantly
castle.
made cardboard
Oh, man.
castles.
Legos.
I made them circles. I made, yeah,
I
secret
have-
portraits and
Where did it go?
bookshelves and
Hogwarts before Hogwarts.
Rewriting that
constantly.
Yeah!
Dude,
Cardboard
yes.
Kingdom with
Make
Gina
that
DeVito.
show. I would watch that show.
2019, everybody.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Wait, what?
It's like
what,
Magic
what am I
Castle or
being-
whatever.
Greenlighting your show, Cardboard Kingdom with Gina DeVivo.
Yes.
That's amazing.
I had, speaking of Legos, on the random
will
fact,
cry.
because we were collecting random
I
facts
love
earlier.
Legos.
If all the Lego bricks ever manufactured were clipped on top of each other, they would make a tower 10 times as high as the distance to the moon.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I had one of those old popcorn buckets that like had like the 3 different types of popcorn in it, like filled with Legos. And I remember I would go home and like just dump it out and play with them. And I remember I came home from college once. It was like it was a stress reliever for me. And I went to the garage and I was like, "Where's the bucket?" And my brother had given it away to some kid. And I was like,
Legos are expensive, man.
So here's a circle of life story. My favorite Legos as a child were the ones that my cousin, who went away to college, left behind, and my brother and sister and I then completely got into and demolished his carefully organized system of what we thought was every Lego ever made, at least from our perspective.
"Yeah."
We were like, we put the space people on the horses. It was great.
And it's a it was a QI fact I'm stealing. It's
this is already what I stole,
Oh,
please.
okay, right then. So, Lego, also the world's #1 manufacturer of tires.
Really? Wow.
What?
Because they make so many tiny tires?
Fucking tires! Yeah. I think. I mean, someone will probably prove me wrong.
Yeah, no, that's what
What's the
chat does.
half-life of
Let
that
us know,
fact? Yeah.
chat, if we're lying. God, that
amazing.
sounds amazing.
I love QI. QI, by the way, is the best way to like learn. Is one of my favorite ways to learn about the world.
Is this
from.
on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon?
It's
You can find a lot on YouTube.
It's on
I used to go to
Netflix.
bed to it.
Is it on?
Hulu.
There's a bunch of seasons on Hulu.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
not all of them. And the latest ones you can always find on YouTube because BBC doesn't put them here.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start watching Q.
Yes, you should.
I'm
It's
very-
a great show.
I'm gonna get you more places to put
Stephen
like,
Fry.
growing.
It's incredible.
Growing balls.
They keep
We
getting bigger.
didn't plan ahead.
I planned for this. I planned for
you
it.
take your magic pills.
So we have.
Take our magic pills.
I've always wanted to try these.
Yeah, me too.
You all ready
Yes.
to go on a trip?
Yes.
So these are fascinating. There's a chemical in this berry that alters the shape of your of one set of your taste buds.
What?
And it changes the shape of one set of your taste buds so that they no longer receive the proper information.
What?
I'm really excited. So you have to let this dissolve on your tongue. You don't
candies.
swallow it. I have limes
So
and we have.
wait, do we need to do
Pickles.
controls, or should we just trust that
Oh,
we know
no.
what things taste like?
Trust that people know what things taste like.
Okay.
Wait,
We know what a
I
pickle
kind of
and a
want to do a
lime.
control with you.
Do you want to have a lime right now? 'Cause you
I
can
want to
have a-
science this right.
Yeah, we need it. We should all take our lime.
Just lick the lime.
Lick the
then-
lime.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a lime, and you can lick the
Yeah.
lime. If
Feel
you
like
like,
Amy
if you feel
March.
like lipping.
This
I don't
is
feel
so
like licking
exciting.
lime.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's a lime?
Hey,
Tell
what
us
was
about
the
Y'all
show?
Crazy.
Did you guys watch this too? Where it was like the people and they were in the ocean and they were on the boat and they were doing all the sciencey stuff with the whales and then they got stranded on the island.
Are you talking about?
Mimi.
Yes! Voyage of the Mimi!
I don't know this show.
Did you guys never watch Voyage of the Mimi?
No.
And that taught me so much. It taught me how to like not get hypothermia and like if ever I got
Which is a
stranded
good
on an
thing to
island,
know.
how to make water.
As someone who's had hypothermia, that's a good thing to know.
yeah.
Why have you had hypothermia?
I was a very foolish child once. The first time I went camping, I was not very bright.
You guys, watch the Voyage of the Mimi. It's really long though. There's a lot of things, but oh my gosh, it was my favorite thing in the world. It was like Voyage of the Mimi.
Okay,
Okay.
so
QI isn't on Hulu.
Zaboomafoo.
We did lie. We are terrible liars.
I love
It is
no.
worse. It is on
Zaboomafoo's so
YouTube, and
good.
worst case scenario, it is also on Amazon Prime and the BBC collection that you have to pay for.
And Easier Davey says, OMG, I definitely watched that in elementary school.
Speaking of stupid things to do as a kid
If
and
it's too
science,
long.
in Oklahoma,
Yep.
we used to play, me and my friends played a game called Fireball, where we would just take a tennis ball, soak it in whatever we could find that was flammable in the garage, and then light it on fire and kick it back and forth at each
Burn
other.
was a very
Don't
big
do
part of the
this,
game.
by the
You
way.
were like hot potato, not intense enough.
Yeah.
Actually
So-
on fire.
Yes.
Wow.
Let this dissolve on your tongue. Do not
Wait,
swallow.
I gotta do the science first. I don't do sour well, so I'm
Black
prolonging
Sabbath that
the.
used to.
You don't have to do the, you don't have to do the control. You know
Sounds
that
like Black Sabbath.
My goodness.
All right, so put this on my tongue and let it dissolve.
Let it dissolve on your tongue.
I'm fine.
We were all ready and excited for that
Who
moment.
want one?
Me. I want a magic
Thank
bean.
you.
Chat, if you could figure out whether I'm allowed to lick the soda light again after I do this.
Me. Oh no, is it not enough?
Oh, there we go.
okay.
I don't know for everybody.
I just let it dissolve.
Uh huh.
Does it taste
You
good?
want to coat your tongue.
Miss Sunflower says, time to do internet drugs. We are not saying that.
Weird.
To get me fired.
I feel
No.
like it's already
You
changing.
can buy it on Amazon.
I think it's already
I'm not sure
changing the
that's a
taste
conclusive.
of the lime that was already on my
Really?
tongue.
You can buy it on Amazon Prime.
like the chocolate.
And as we all know, that is part of
I'm a
reality.
really big fan.
So now we all have to talk to each other while
I've got it in a little bit of a
Everybody with a thumb on your tongue.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's a great show.
Wait, am I joining the Matrix now? Like, did I take the right color?
You took the red pill.
Oh,
yeah,
crap.
we're all.
You took the berry pill. You're
Bye.
joining the Smurfs.
Me.
Hey, everybody. Boy, we're really
I
not
just saw an amazing chart of what the Smurfs are called across Europe based on which language group the name comes from. So if you came from the, I want to say, oh god, now I've forgotten. But Smurfs is like,
How are you speaking so clearly?
I don't know, care.
That's really impressive.
Like the French name for them is like Strumpf because it sort of sounds like a German word for sock or something like that.
Fuck.
Strumpf is
Very hard
to
to
do.
say.
But Smurf comes from either Danish or something, a different language group, and so they color coded the countries by like which of the origin of their name for the Smurfs.
I found that
Is
one.
anybody
for
else
you
finding
today.
this berry to be really gross?
It's really gross so far.
It just tastes like a
Am I the only
vitamin.
one who's not that offended by this?
It's getting better.
It's super sour.
As someone pointed out, usually when you have a group of friends putting things in the mouth, taking pills in the mouth, you end up talking about the Smurfs. Perfectly normal. I thought you
This
were
is a
getting
horrible idea, but I love it.
Some definition of an early comic strip was apparently published at the suggestion of Wolfgang von Goethe. I
Wait,
did not.
read that second fact. I really like that second.
Oh, that sheep can see behind themselves without moving their head.
No. What? How? How? What?
Sheep, thank you.
Say that again. Sheep?
Not sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep. Sheep can see behind themselves.
Sheep?
Wait, how's that possible?
Allison, you're talking so bad.
What goes bad?
With their ears?
With their eyes.
Their eyes are real far out, I guess.
I'm gonna
I was just like, maybe they could hear what's happening.
It was a bad joke.
Like Daredevil can see without eyes.
I'll stop it.
Science.
These are the sorts of fascinating facts you learn if you follow QI on Twitter.
I kid.
I have a whole set of them that I've.
Okay, someone says the Smurfs are Flemish/Belgian. I just couldn't figure out what language.
It reminds me of
the word.
asterisks. Asterisks. Asterisks.
Asterix.
We done yet?
Yeah. He's from the Franco-Belgian tradition for sure.
All right. Is it time?
Not yet.
Wait, what did
mine's
Bonnie
still
say that was so funny that you're getting so much
Bad,
That was a bad joke. And then I said, I kid. And she said, oh, you.
Oh, this berry is so gross.
Back here, it got gross, and we won't apologize.
This berry is so gross.
Wait, is this a berry?
This is not what the audience signed up for.
What is
It's inappropriate of you to
is
try and
this
freeze
made
fry.
out
I just
of?
want to be done with this.
Yeah, Towson,
Yeah.
what's in my mouth?
Can you? I'm sorry,
If you have to ask.
Science is the question of what is currently.
Thousand, I can't
that's
share
the
you.
thing,
I can't share you.
No, but like seriously,
Sheep also have rectangular.
I'm done with jokes.
It is a small red fruit called the
Syncypalium
Syncypalium
dulciferum.
dulciferum. It's a small red fruit that contains a glycoprotein that coats the taste buds and temporarily alters their shape. The shape of your taste buds temporarily alters the shape of your taste buds.
Is my tongue going to turn a different shape? Is it going to be a diamond all of a sudden?
It lasts for approximately 30 minutes.
Is it an octagon?
All right, so if you
a
digested
pyramid.
it, you should try your lime again.
It's still on my tongue.
Still there.
I can't get rid of it.
I think that
I can make my tongue into a clover.
It's getting small.
It's getting small.
All right.
I don't know if the chunk is ever
It's
going
not
to go
really
away.
I have to
I
see
don't think
it.
it's fully
I have to
dissolved.
look in a mirror.
Sure? I've
Hold
been
on.
just like skating it around my tongue.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Let me see if I can make this into a
acceptable to
clover.
just like chew and
Bite it.
swallow.
3 licks. Is that the same? Okay,
Great,
here we go.
I'm done.
Never know without biting.
Have you finished yours? Am I supposed to eat it?
Oh, wow.
I'm not yet.
Do we eat the? We're eating the lime.
You doing okay?
I'm going for it.
What happened?
Oh, that's
I'm making my tongue
delicious.
into a
That's
clover.
really nice.
Whoa!
Can I swallow this?
Oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah. It makes her sweet.
Holy cannoli. But
Yours tastes like a cannoli?
yeah. Yo, I don't do sour well. Did you see my face when I first tried the
Yeah.
lime?
It was like a
is
toddler
so
eating
good.
a lime for the first time.
I know.
Do you have any tequila?
Well, we have apparently it changes. I went and tried to find things that people said tasted very strange with this.
Wait,
with this.
where's
Ooh,
that?
this is so good.
Is that there?
What?
The opener?
Oh, I have the opener.
I got it.
So we have-
It's done.
oh, yeah.
It's done.
this is Guinness,
so
but we
excited.
can't show it
I'm
to you.
so
We can tell you what it is.
That's one of the things. I also have pickles and cherries.
Oh, I want to try
It
pickle.
tastes like a key lime
Cherries
pie.
and almost ground.
Oh,
All the bitter.
Mine still
Well,
tastes
there's
like
not
a
much
lime.
sweet.
Are you immune?
Bite
I also
into
bought,
Bite into lime.
Skittles.
Bite into it. Like
Should
eat
I
it.
still have the thing in my mouth?
Move it around your tongue. Have you been moving around your tongue? Just move it around your tongue.
How are
Coat
we
your
all
tongue.
feeling today? Are we
This
feeling
is
like
great.
healthy?
Keep coating your
Yeah,
tongue.
you
That we can all
guys.
drink out of this?
Well, we have a lot of these.
We're gonna get these berries like on a regular basis.
Yeah, I'm
I
good for
should
that.
probably
Amazon?
drink it last because
Where can you
I
get
licked
anything?
the
No,
soda.
no, we're I think we have enough for everyone.
Yeah.
I have 6, so there should be enough.
I don't
to
want
last
one. I
around.
can't do one. I'm a gluten intolerant person.
Okay, does anyone want to try this with the berries?
Tastes any different?
It doesn't taste different?
I'm not sure.
Wait, do we have an opener?
We didn't
Uh,
control test
I'm not
this,
sure.
though.
I'm not
And then we
sure.
have
What is
cherries.
that?
Oh, that's weird.
Can you give me a pickle?
Oh, that's weird.
Give me that pickle. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Take half of this.
It's not really. Are you
Can you
immune?
pass me one,
Amy?
Justin?
How we having this?
Bite it.
This is so exciting. Look at me eating things.
Did it happen?
Whoa!
All right.
It doesn't change the smell, though, does it?
Oh, this is weird.
Anyone try some
think mine
salt
is
and vinegar?
This
chips?
from the man who
Already
demanded a
very
breakfast
Oh
beer.
yeah, chip meat.
Yes, but I can't.
This
Whoa.
kind of like doled it down for me.
Whoa.
Pathological
I think I
fear
might be a little
of that,
immune to
but
this.
I'll
Well,
still
it's weird.
try one.
Can I try the pickle?
No, the pickles.
Whoa!
You made.
Whoa, what have you done to me?
What?
This is all weird.
Oh, I want the pickle.
Everything's weird.
My wife's watching.
God.
I'm not eating the whole one.
Dolly, I'm so sorry if you're watching.
I'm
so sorry.
off the end.
Where'd my beer go?
Thank you.
There you go.
to try it first.
I want the pickle first.
Me too.
What is happening?
The lime tastes super weird.
Oh,
The lime is super sweet.
You just kicked in for me?
Me next. Me
Does
next.
the beer?
Yeah, all over your tongue. Make sure
I did.
Okay.
Give it a
You
second.
gotta,
It'll
also-
kick in.
You gotta, yeah, you
I
gotta.
had to bite mine for it to kick in.
I mean, you look like you're enjoying it.
Oh, no, feel free to.
Yeah. Here, I'll do the
that
bottle.
is-
You get the pickle.
I mean, it doesn't taste as sour as I
I mean, I also took actual drugs
But I don't
before the
think
show.
Obviously.
They're probably
That was-
kicking in, so.
You need an opener, Amy. And also, there's the salt and vinegar
different?
chips, I guess, there that are supposed to put something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's what that is for.
So,
Totally done.
so those of you who are having a sensation, attempt to describe the sensation you're experiencing with these.
Everything is wrong.
It makes these very dill pickles taste like bread and butter pickles.
Wait, are they dill or bread and butter?
What's a bread and butter pickle?
These are
It
definitely
says
dill
dill.
pickles.
Yeah, no, these are dill.
Oh, it tastes like bread. Oh, it does
Yeah.
taste like. Oh,
What's a bread and butter pickle?
I'm
Bread and butter pickle is just a slightly sweeter
Sweet,
pickle. There's
yeah.
not as much tart and like sourness to it. It doesn't have that.
The
it's
very small
sweet.
sweet ones, like the really sweet ones.
So
Okay, the ones that seem like they messed up making pickles.
Exactly.
right,
Okay.
right. Instead of soaking a cucumber in evil, they soaked it in sugar and some stuff.
Yeah.
Is anybody else seeing a dragon talking to them right now? Or is that just me?
That's sex.
Okay, just checking.
It's because you wore
That dragon
the
keeps bringing
zebra
things over to
outfit.
us and then taking it away. But it's nice meeting you.
Where's the opener?
Wait.
Okay, I have new
you have my
information to
opener?
add.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't affect the throat though.
There it is.
Ooh. That was
Try one of these.
delicious, but
We also
weird.
have some very sweet cherries. They're
Dude,
like the sugariest sweet.
This tastes like
Thank you.
these sea salt and vinegar tastes like sugar. Like it
It,
tastes
ta-
like
it takes anything that's bitter and makes it taste like sweet.
Give me that cotton candy.
Isn't that nice?
That's
Dude,
like
it's
breakfast
like-
beer.
That's finally like a breakfast beer.
I don't like salt and vinegar chips, and these are delicious.
Yeah, I just want to eat sugar
Oh my
chips
God.
forever.
Isn't that nice?
I need another wine.
Describe for the internet.
Well, someone said it would taste like chocolate, and it does.
Well, you sold me on
Can I
that.
try a lime?
That's
I mean,
like
another
really,
one?
it's a sweet beer.
Whoa. Right?
Margaret, can I trouble you for your beer?
Whoa. Right? Yeah.
Hold on.
Dexter says those don't work for the aftertaste, however, but they'll find out later.
Yeah.
I'm finding out
finding
right
out
now.
right
It's
now.
very confusing.
Thank you for that.
I would just like to say, as a person, I
Anybody
don't
wanna
think
try
it's been
any
very
of these?
Try some
effective.
Skittles.
This is amazing.
Not really doing much for me.
How long does it last?
Not in a bad way, but like
Forever?
Maybe we gave you a dud.
I don't think you gave me a dud.
What does it taste like if it's
I think taste buds are just different for people.
Oh, that's perfect. I just like the red ones.
Middling.
Like the cherries weren't too sweet. The lime wasn't too
It's
sweet.
weird. We ruined beer here.
I might eat another lime just because the limes are delicious.
The Guinness still kind of tastes
How does
like
my
Guinness.
raccoon drink taste?
Skittles taste exactly the same.
berries on me at all times.
Yeah. Yeah. Skittles taste the same.
This tastes like I'm about to get diabetes.
I love me some diabetes. So.
Thank you.
I find that a lot of the
fish.
stuff
Huh?
that's aimed at kids, or a lot of stuff that's like performative science. What a weird theory, performative science.
Yeah.
Is oftentimes all about just pointing out how perception-based everything that we are experiencing is.
Well, it's one of the most important lessons you can get from science.
Yes.
Is you don't exactly know what you are looking at, which is a lesson you can apply to the world in terms of examining your assumptions about a lot of things. But anyway, back on topic.
So kind of like philosophy. I mean, to a degree. Like I've always wondered. Like, we're all told that a certain color is blue, right? So we all know that this is blue. But like, am I seeing the same color that you're seeing? Like that? Is that a scientific question? Like.
It is one that
like
they've answered.
Cones and rods? Have they answered it?
There's some nose pointing.
That's not another
so
question.
actually, for the longest time, humans didn't have a word for blue. One, and they couldn't perceive the color blue. It was actually the sea was wine colored, and until they came up with a word for blue, I believe it wasn't until then that they could actually differentiate between blues and like more purples and reds.
Oh, it's wearing
There's
off.
some disagreement on the point of there's a whole field of linguistics that,
I've got a whole lot.
like derived from like the Sepher-Whorf hypothesis was if you don't have a word for it, can you perceive it? And
Yeah.
there's been sort of arguments on both sides, and it's a really interesting question because absolutely we
It's
have all this
chicken and egg.
linguistic evidence like
Well,
the wine dark sea.
I actually just watched this really interesting video about the Hmong language, which is a tonal language, and they use the like do re mi. It's an octal scale or something like that. It's 8. The do re mi so blah 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 blah. But basically, we can't really hear the difference. But they say the same word in 8 different tones, and it means 8 different things. Just in the same way that Eskimos have like
100 words for snow.
100 words for snow or whatever. Yeah, like it all depends on your perspective.
I've got to. I should look this up before I even talk about this. But there's one of the things that I remember seeing in my research was a I believe a tribe in Africa that because they were landlocked and just because of the nature of how their language developed, didn't have like their color palette that they both perceived and used as their language was completely different.
Yeah.
Than anything that the Western world had, and I believe the water was black, the sky was white, and everything, and then they just had this huge red, brown, gold that just palette that just far surpassed anything.
Because their whole
That's what they're looking at all day.
Yeah.
And that they think that starts programming really early on in childhood development. That that's like first few years you start to develop what colors you can identify, and that linguistics either kicks in after or before. They're not sure. They're figuring that out.
There was a linguist who ran this experiment, like any good scientist, on their children. Because you can't get the ethics board to get anyone else's children.
That's why you make your own.
Except Child Protective Services, sure.
So, I mean, I kind of want to teach my kids the colors wrong. Green is yellow, yellow is green. But they had a much more scientific plan, which was they taught the kid colors, and they would play this game where when they go out on walks around the neighborhood, they would ask their little boy, what color is that? What color is that? What color is that? Planning for more than a year of playing this game to trick the kid and ask what color is the sky on a nice blue day, having never told the kid the sky is blue. To see, is that something that you need to be told to go, oh yeah, I guess that's a shade of blue. And the kid did say the sky is white on a totally blue day.
Weird.
So it's a sample size of 1, not great science, but the only person who has run this experiment for realsies and written a paper about it, the kid without prompting saw the sky as white.
That's so interesting. What did they introduce the word blue with regard to other objects and just
So the child
pointed at
knew
the sky?
blue.
Okay.
The child knew a variety of blues, but they tried not to be very prescriptive, not correct the child much. And they actually report that they had to ask the kid a few times because they weren't sure if the child didn't even acknowledge that there was such a thing as sky, or that it has a color, or that it's a uniform thing. Like, the child definitely wasn't just like, oh yeah, obviously it's white, but kind of struggled with
The idea that it had a color at all.
yeah.
Cool. I need to see this paper. This is so cool.
We have so many balls.
Isn't the color blue a relatively new concept?
Lady Amphy says
Grass?
James IV of Scotland did something similar, and now I need to know about that. What? The King of Scotland's peculiar language experiment. Mentalfloss.com. That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's a great knife
Thought
right there.
on our volcano. What if we put the balls in the volcano?
Why would you? I feel like that may be gilding the lily.
I'm all about that.
I think it would
Hey,
be really
experimentation. Let's find
So-
out what
This
happens.
is science.
Science, guys.
And then it becomes a volcano.
So, well, the pun may have it.
So how does this work? How do we volcano?
I don't know. I'm currently just blown away by the sheer
We've
insanity of
created
what
so
Sax
many
is doing.
problems. I love it. Our science is going great.
I like that this just keeps expanding into more. Like,
Oh my God! It's
You want
just
me to
taking.
top you off here?
What have we wrought?
I don't think it'll even go out the spout.
Speaking of volcano and science,
It's just
I
water.
cracked an experiment. Nice.
Science
Do you still have the bag this was originally in?
Yeah.
Can we show people how small it was when we started?
Yeah. Here was the bag that held all of this.
Just in like the last fifth of it too.
Yeah, it was just like that. Actually, this is the bag that held the bag. I'm just gonna, because this bag actually had another bag inside of it. There we are.
Wow.
And look, there's one ball still inside. Look at there. There's one. Look at it. Look at that little guy.
Call that one
Oh, hey, there's
Armstrong.
Science.
first
Um,
for ball kind.
There are widely different representations of the word for blue in different places.
There are, and
Like the same word means blue and green in Japanese.
and there's also again a lot of that is also just by the colors that are actually in your environment have an awful lot of control over what you're.
There is some debate
Might be
over
on the
whether
process.
we're dividing it into the colors you find it useful to refer to or whether they're literally the ones you can see, but that's where terrifying childhood experience gets so interesting.
Okay, so what
Cheers
more
to
can we
that.
take out of anyone's way so we can get to the volcanoes and robot making?
Let's move some of the food, I suppose.
Pickles. Yeah, let's get the food away from
Pickles can leave.
Yeah, I honestly have
If I can
Skittles
get
and
those
these next to
cherries,
each
though.
other.
I know, right?
So odd.
As someone who accidentally ate Tums once. Oh yeah, the cherries are great.
Accidentally ate the Tums.
Yeah, I thought they were candy. They were not candy.
They don't taste bad.
Fine, they're chocolate.
Yeah, you take a handful of them and put them in your gullet, and that's a bad call.
I mean, I have.
On the bright side, your throat
don't mind
didn't
it.
burn afterwards, I'm sure.
Yes, it did.
I actually, so we're gonna also on the box that the volcano came in were the instructions on how to put it together.
I have that.
We're gonna substitute red for blue because I think in the interest of the fact that we did not paint this, we thought we would have an ice. An
Ice Kano?
ice
Oh
Kano.
my god, yeah.
I'm also very excited by the notion if we want to put some balls in there, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
It just seems like a terrible
Yay.
idea.
That seems like a real. I mean, there's not a lot of space in the actual
Container?
chamber.
Okay.
I mean, at least
Take this away. This will go. Leave that there. We'll see how much we can put this away.
Oh, they're squishy.
You know, Wheaties were made on accident.
Lots of
were
things are made on accident.
So
Failed experiment.
while we're setting this up, I want to show off something while we're setting this up. One of the things that I wanted to bring on because I'm a big fan of our optical illusion and optics.
Oh, I've broken it. I've broken one.
Oh my God, it looks so sad.
Sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
excited. They squeeze like bouncy balls, and I thought like
They could take anything.
They stand up to a great deal of pressure, but when they eventually split, these perfectly smooth little marbles split into their little crystalline forms.
It's really, those are really pretty.
Isn't that lovely?
That is absolutely lovely.
I'm so
that.
sorry. What were we talking about?
Science.
Pour water on those. Stick them
We're
in there.
sciencing the heck out of this.
Yeah, on the broken bit.
Yeah.
We'll find
Well, they
out.
make their own full-size.
So I tried to get a pseudoscope, which was what I really wanted to bring to play with, but it turns out that there's only one place to get a pseudoscope, and that's England.
What is a pseudoscope?
Yeah, explain, please.
I know. Now I'm thinking of it.
I only landed yesterday.
No. So I should call Erika Ishii. Pseudoscopes, there's all sorts of interesting things that they can do to like actually alter your perception. There's all sorts of interesting optical ways that you can screw with the way that your brain processes visual information. Pseudoscopes take the vision that's coming from your right eye and they put it in your left socket. Your left eye you put it in your right socket. And then you basically just flip your two eyes around.
Whoa. What happens then?
It makes things that look distant look close, and things that are close look distant. It changes. It completely flips your depth perception.
It's a completely
So it's
literal
like-
interpretation of Bertolt Brecht's theory of theater. Sorry, that's hilarious.
I'm so happy. Thank you. This is why you're here.
I'm inside.
So it's actually it's a very stunning and kind of intense effect. The most famous
Is it
usage
like
of it.
looking through a binocular backwards?
No, because things that are far away now look close.
So if you
The closest I can explain to you is that the best usage of a pseudoscope is it's one of the things MC Escher used to use when he was doing his paintings to help him figure out interesting changes in depth perception that didn't quite make physical sense. As he would use the pseudoscope and look at objects and figure out how they would twist and turn around.
There's some mortar in those things.
Wow. Do we know exactly how much of everything we need to put in there?
Here's the instructions, and then I have all the ingredients here for you.
All right. I was about
I
to
think
say.
Gina should
I
have
want to come down there with you, Selena.
Selena and Gina, the bottle.
Here. Justin, why don't you move to the back row with Bonnie so that Gina can get
So you can fill it.
Oh, okay.
instructions are
And just
there.
don't put the baking soda in till last, or if you do, wrap it in a paper towel so it takes a minute to
You
absorb.
put the baking soda in first, and you pour the stuff in the top. I thought.
Oh, okay. So we'll put the
Make
baking
a
soda in first.
volcano.
So if we have a close, while they're doing this,
Here's some food
I was going to say, by the way, went to Target, actually got out with just buying the stuff I went to Target for, which was this stuff right here.
Yeah.
So that was
Well done.
magic.
That's the real
But
miracle.
less than $10, guys,
yep.
worth of stuff to make a volcano.
This is live, Cheerful Toe. Do we have a close up? So this is an interesting effect I also tried to buy, and I found a paper one. This, by the way, just so you know where you can get it, it's from Binary Arts. You can download your own. I actually people want to take one home. This is like a little freebie that they do, and it's lovely that you can find it. And I'm going to try and show off how this works.
Ooh!
Oh, cool.
Whoa! That's insane!
I love this.
It looks like it's composited on there.
It doesn't quite look real, does it?
What is happening?
Wait, poke your finger in the face.
It's
so
green
you can
screen,
see.
we're all green screen, nothing's real.
Yeah, right?
So if I turn it around, you can see that it's actually a hollow depth perception issue. But because our brains are cued to see faces and recognize them as faces, it's a very difficult effect to actually counteract with your brain.
Woo!
That it's looking at you and
This is like the Haunted
Nodding its
Mansion
head.
when
Scarab
the
says,
three
sorcery,
paintings
burn
follow
the
you.
witch.
I love those.
Right? So good.
Yeah.
oh man,
Burn the
These
witch.
are
Yeah.
lovely.
just gonna,
You weigh more than a duck.
so these
This
are a lot of
desktop
fun.
creature was inspired by the work of Jerry Andrews to celebrate Gathering for Gardner 3 in 1998 in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Martin, for sharing your mind with all of us.
That's so cool.
These are absolutely amazing. You can download these and cut them out and make your own. They come in 3 colors. There's various versions of this, but it is really haunting how well it works. That's so weird.
But you even see it in old, Grecian statues.
Oh, yeah.
Where the eyeballs drilled.
They would hollow them out.
And then the eyes really do follow you around.
It's a really intense effect.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
If you
It looks
find
much better
if you go to
on
an art
camera
museum
than it
and
does.
a statue then
It's 'cause it's-
pupils drilled out, then you'll see a slight
Wait,
effect.
we have a beaker! I just gotta chug
It's still
this!
there,
Wait!
but
It's mimicking the
Chug.
I move it away, and you can't see my
Good for science.
Yeah.
balls with it.
For science!
So
Oh god!
correctly,
Clean for science.
Do we need
Nothing
that beaker?
happened!
Yeah, we need to measure a
as
cup.
opposed to if you put the detail on the outside.
Sorry.
Eyeball, yeah, then
Sorry.
it's like
So, yeah.
with color contact.
chug, 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 chug.
Chug for science!
This reminds me of
Wait, Andres, what's this
Went up your
explanation
nose.
about eyeballs?
Above your nose?
For science.
This is not Greek, so keep it.
are all
Don't touch it down.
It doesn't taste
This reminds me of real science.
Hold on.
I need a. Well, I
Selena
guess I
and
got
Gina,
this.
what?
Eight fluid
Pause
ounces
for
in a
1
cup.
second because I want to hear this story about eyeballs.
Oh no! So, well, I mean, the reason that you'll see Grecian statues having like the dished out eye is that they're mimicking the actual structure of the eye, where the iris, the color of the iris and the pupil, they're not on the outside of the sphere; they are underneath, and you've got the clear layer outside. So, if the light's coming up from above, the light would typically fade from dark and down to light at the bottom because it's hitting that, and then the specular highlight. My 3D artist is showing right now.
Oh, wow.
Is hits at the top. So if you've ever seen people wearing color contacts, it looks wrong because the color is on the outside of the eye, and it looks like creepy doll because eyes are shaped like the iris of the eye is shaped like this. They're not shaped like this. So yeah, statues are attempting to mimic that, and they'll mimic they'll actually often carve out the that highlight on the eye, like on the top of it, to kind of make it look alive a little bit. Anyway, that's
That's
little art
fantastic.
stuff.
It shows up one of the ways that like science interacts with other fields over time. Where technically statuary is people attempting to sort of reproduce anatomy and figure it out as they go in times where we had quite different understandings of these things.
Yeah.
Well,
Science check.
started out in the arts. You look
8 fluid ounces is a cup,
nice,
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
boy.
Great.
Thank you.
Can we get a
Check before we
Kleenex
messed up
over
the
here?
volcano, the ice volcano.
We're putting that. We're not putting
Or a
that in here
napkin?
yet, right?
Yes.
I've also never
Oh,
thought about
thank
the
God.
way
We will
that
be.
3D artists
We
are
are
making
making
Once
the
it's in-
concoction
Yes.
now.
I've never thought
Do we
that
need the
through.
dye in there first?
No,
no.
here.
Okay,
Something
got
you
it.
gotta think about.
It went, it
a lot
shot
of
out my nose, you guys.
all the little details for why everything happens.
Shot out my nose.
Why
Yeah.
is my armature not working properly?
Don't
Why are these
know.
muscles popping at weird positions?
In order
I don't know what you do
to
wrong.
read it properly, you have to look at the
I gotta
meniscus
read.
eye level.
I'm trying to remember all my
Selena, what's a
terminology
meniscus?
from living with
The
a 3D
meniscus is when your water doesn't lie flat. There's actually a curve to it, or is it a low? It's a this curve, and
Because the surface
Concave.
tension's making it go up on the side.
yeah, and you can actually pour water like beyond what you think you can
This
pour
is
because it
everything I've
holds
ever
its
wanted.
tension together. And the meniscus, when you're reading from science things,
Oh god, that
you want to
smells.
like look at it head on and read the lowest level of it.
And mostly the reason for that is so the next time you do it, it's consistent.
Worth it. I regret nothing.
That probably tastes like sugar. Like
Yeah.
Right
I just.
now, actually,
don't taste
actually,
it.
can I see the vinegar really quick?
And because Taliesin immediately goes, let's taste it.
Oh yeah, it's vinegar. I love
I think
vinegar.
it's perfect.
I just.
Would you like a mug?
It's vinegar and water, and I don't know what else is in there.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we tasting it with?
That's really nice.
Be careful though with your.
Just a sip.
Vinegar is really bad for the enamel of your teeth.
Yeah, I know.
So don't gargle it.
For science.
Are you drinking
10
it?
drops?
Take a tiny sip.
Oh, that's weird as heck.
Isn't that weird as heck?
I just want you to know though,
Yep.
like messing with your taste buds and then chugging something where half of your tongue is tasting something completely different than the back of your throat
Yeah, the back of my throat.
makes you shoot things out of your nose. You guys,
Science!
Ryan.
everywhere.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh. 1.
okay. I need to see all the things.
I declare a thumb war.
7, 8.
Wait till she's actually done it.
Blast off. Oh wait, we did it backwards.
It looks
Keep
gorgeous.
that
And then when you-
soap facing you.
You know, in
Yeah, fluid
college I
dynamics
had
are
a lamp that
amazing.
looked like this.
Meanwhile, on a Flash Gordon remake,
Just 4?
Twice as high.
Ooh. I have a fun science story.
2.
Fifth grade. Later.
I take the I used to watch like there was a cooking show on like I think it was on the Food Network. There was this guy, the Cajun chef.
Oh
And he
yeah.
would measure things by just putting them in the palm of his hand and being like, yeah, that's a pinch, and like just throw it into like a thing. That's how I feel about science. When I'm just like, yeah, you have 4 drops. Yeah, it feels about like 4 drops.
It's maddening because people are like, and it's like, okay, well, you've done it 7,000 times, so you
Yeah,
know exactly how it feels.
exactly.
That's not fair.
oh my god, that's gorgeous.
Wow.
So we're gonna.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Okay,
inside
so
a volcano,
hold on. It's okay. So here's the thing: is that's baking soda. That's a base. We're about to add acid to a base.
Do we need a towel? How much is this going to erupt?
Yeah, put on your.
We don't
don't
know if we
know.
can have some towels. We want to like.
We've got some dams
We
and,
should also
and
like
things
clear
and
anything
Here.
else away.
Taliesin,
Hi, crew. We love
prepare.
Crew, thank you so much. We're gonna just make ourselves a little bit of a fort.
Plastic bags on plastic
Yes,
bags?
that.
you. Yes.
I'm so
So-
excited.
I hope this is not anticlimactic.
In
at this
theory,
point.
in
At this point, I want this to explode.
there's going to be some crazy atomic movement, and it's going to create carbon dioxide gas, and everything's going to fizz, and then it's going to get caught in the soap and make a big mess. Which is what happens when you add an acid to a base.
If my lovely assistant on
It's
this
going
side
to
would
desperately
put
try
it
and
over
even
there,
itself out.
if it goes
Thank
over
you.
the edge.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what we used to do in Oklahoma, guys.
Okay.
We'd take things in the garage and just make stuff happen.
So, this is going to be our very icy.
iceberg. Wait,
I am so excited that we're
I'm
doing
gonna
this.
record some slow.
Yeah, no, please let's get some slow mo of this.
Good, yeah. I like that.
Slow-mo.
Ryan, you
Okay, is this my
handle
drink?
this
It's
or
mine
you
now.
good?
Yeah, that's yours.
All right.
Oh, you've got a consistent blue now.
Hold on.
Get clear
I gotta make
for-
slow-mo.
for filming purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slow motion.
How quick am I doing this? Is this like a
Quick.
dump?
Do it quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Give me a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Volcano.
1. Science! Ice, ice, baby.
Oh, I am quite pleased. This is spectacular.
Oh.
Look at our volcano.
Well, you did it, Gina. You made a volcano.
What happens if you just add more baking soda?
Keep
Yeah.
going.
Find out.
Just keep adding things to it.
Add the beer. Just kidding.
That actually
Nothing happened.
And then the
Add
vinegar.
more acid.
Then you
Add
gotta
more
add the vinegar.
acid. Wait.
Yeah, get the balls in
I
there.
did the
We put a
balls
whole
and
bunch
stuff.
in there. Nothing
What if we put red in now so it becomes purple? Whoa! It just fine.
Yeah,
We
I was
need more
about to say,
vinegar.
yeah, give a second for that, and that'll definitely.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, it's like those indoor fireworks you used to have in the 80s.
Oh, the ones that turn into the big snake.
Or the elephant.
Yeah.
Indoor fireworks.
Yeah. They,
Snakes and elephants.
Do you not?
that's all they ever did was just
Snakes are the little ones that.
The little hockey pucks that you live
Yeah.
I'm only
They were the best.
sort of
For 5
disappointed
minutes,
that
yeah.
none of the balls came out.
Yeah.
They were never going to be fair.
They are a little heavy.
They are very heavy, and they're made of water.
Oh, that's great though.
I'll say.
Oh,
That's pretty.
Party
I'm- no, I'm-
now it looks delicious.
Now it looks like Big Rock Candy Mountain.
In the Big Rock Candy Mountain.
That is public domain, so technically you can't get in trouble.
No, we could have soaked the balls in vinegar, and then when they expanded,
So I
Do
don't.
it at home.
I don't know if that would have worked. We would have had
Tibbs
to
is
test
trying
for
to
that.
tell us the vinegar isn't going to be the limiting ingredient.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we're just trying things.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Guys, it smells great in here.
Really,
Yay!
I bet it tastes
better.
So
Well,
is
guys,
this what
that
they do
was
in
our
NASA?
volcano.
This is almost
It needs
exactly
more
what we
color.
do.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew it.
I still have stuff in my nose.
Fitting helmets.
It's been a successful day for me.
Towson, why don't we go to a tight shot on the two of you hosts, and we will pull all this volcano-ness out of your way so we can do some robot building.
Hold on, we're putting some red in right now.
Okay.
Ooh.
One last. Yeah, we have to do one last.
We need more
thing.
baking soda.
You just went hard.
We already saw the normal ingredients.
Yeah,
Right, so
exactly.
should I
I
do
want
20?
it.
Yes, do as much as
So-
you can. Just
What you missed out on as a kid was going into the garage and going through all of the chemicals in the garage and trying to basically make things happen. This was the notion of every kid's chemistry set you ever got was a series of chemicals you would never, and no one in their right mind would ever give you access to, and then you would use them to do really mostly dumb stuff until you found something that was really dangerous.
Science.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
Maybe I'll move the phone out of the way.
Spray paint on styrofoam to watch it melt.
Oh my god.
I've
Yeah,
never done
homemade
that.
napalm. Yeah, that was a good one. We remember we did hairspray and lighters.
Yeah,
One time,
very dangerous,
Yeah,
by the
very
way,
dangerous.
people.
Do not do this. But I will say this:
Let's
once
do all the
instead of
things while
hairspray, we
pour
ran
it.
out.
Is that way it'll be around
I went into the garage and I found starter fluid.
Oh
Starter
no.
fluid does not say very flammable. It doesn't say very. It says very twice on flammable.
Really?
I had my brother hold a
Hurry,
twig that
go.
was lit on fire. Do it.
We deal with a lot of. Oh!
Slurpee Mountain.
Oh my god,
Patriotic.
it looks delicious.
It
really
does
does.
look really tasty.
It's like a cotton candy mountain, you guys.
Look, there's all the blue that was
I
left behind.
know.
No color left behind.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow.
This
Now
is-
it's a sunrise effect.
Man, I'm almost afraid to tell
Gina,
Chad.
I
to
feel
turn
like
this into an art
Mentos and
science
soda
project.
had more of an explosion than this.
Mentos and soda is a very extreme explosion, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
You can hurt yourself with that.
The gradual takeover of the red.
I will also say I do remember putting powdered detergent into public water fountains a couple times when I was a child. That's not a thing you should do, but it's
Towson does
intense.
not endorse this idea.
I do not endorse this because it will get you arrested, especially now that they have these things called security cameras, which were
shove
not
it
nearly
down
as
there.
popular when I was a teenager.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Spoon. And you
But-
shove it in there.
You sound like an interesting teenager.
I was a problem. I was a charming problem, but a problem.
Yeah, things were a little slow in Oklahoma for us, so we came up with ways to entertain.
LA is a weird place to grow up.
This is how you science.
Hi. Oh, hi. It's me, Sax, the guy who runs this channel. Legitimately, don't try any of this at home, including the legitimate science projects, even though those are probably safe. Do none of the things we're talking about under any circumstances.
No, please don't.
We 100% do not condone you taking any of this home with you. It is a terrible idea. Allow real science professionals or high school teachers to do it.
Or me.
Or nope, not Bonnie.
Okay.
Under any circumstances either.
Especially not
She already failed at drinking earlier. Let's not.
I mean,
In my defense, you messed with my taste
and I would
buds.
say, like,
I'm a lady
we grew up
David.
in a time when, like, we
That's
did
what I
these
do.
weird things because we didn't have iPads and cell phones. Like,
That's fair.
You had to entertain yourself.
I've got a weird one. Did they make you dissect anything in science class?
Ooh, frog. We did the frog.
I did a fetal pig.
Now,
That smell
Gina, there is a
lingers.
limited
Yeah.
amount of space in that tray that it's on
We're
for
just
liquid.
trying to make purple.
We're just for 1 minute. I want purple up in here.
I don't know if that's a palate issue. I mean, like,
Lavender volcano.
Lavender
Lavender volcano.
I can't really argue with a lavender volcano.
Ooh,
That's a
squid. I did
good
squid as
purple.
well.
Yeah.
I did squid.
Purple's my favorite
we
color,
did
Gina.
squid,
This is
and then we
perfect.
cooked it up in garlic
Yes.
sauce and ate it afterwards.
Full circle amethyst.
Chat is
Yeah,
thanking
seriously.
Sax for being streamed at.
How was it?
It was, I mean, weird, but I was into it. We also as a group dissected a pregnant shark.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It was.
Sharks? I thought sharks laid eggs.
No, this was not. This was definitely a pregnant shark. I don't know what there was like. Yeah, it was a thing. I know.
I do not know about
This is in
shark
the Berenstein
reproduction.
Bears world now.
Yeah, right?
I'm pretty sure there were there.
Probably
This was
escaped.
yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, you did it! You did it!
Oh my god.
You've invented purple.
Gina scienced.
It's like a wine.
It's wine. It's ocean colored.
Yeah.
It's a wine cano.
I would drink a wine cano.
Oh man.
You can get them at some
We have-
bars.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh
a
man,
good
you're
idea
missing
to have
all
more
the
than
best
one.
purples on the back. Shoot.
Forget bisexual lighting. Bisexual volcano.
Bisexual volcano.
That is definitely the feeling of the evening is bisexual volcano.
By the way,
It's so
Margaret,
beautiful.
That's my new improv team, by the way.
Bisexual volcano.
the
Bisexual
great
volcano.
guide of drinking a wine.
Also, that or Pompeii
Wait,
Nights,
what?
I suppose, is the other.
Okay, all right.
Okay, we're done.
We've reached maximum capacity in this thing.
So while this goes out, let's distract the audience with some interesting facts.
Who died from drinking what?
So Alexander the Great was his lieutenants were trying to convince him that they should head back. They've been fighting for 8 years, and they're having a big celebration the day he finally said, "Yes, we'll go back. We'll go back. I'm done with trying to conquer India."
Everything. I'm done.
And they've been partying for about 36 hours at this point. And Alexander the Great's about to go stagger off and fall asleep. And someone finds him and goes, "Oh no, let's do another drink." And they brought out, they didn't drink out of cups, they drank out of these big craters.
I know this. Go ahead.
And he tipped this huge flat bowl up and chugged so much, liters and liters of wine. And then groaned, keeled over, and took about 3 days to die.
Alexander the Great?
Yeah, Alexander the Great.
From
From drinking.
Wine volcano.
Is it
Yeah.
because it was in it from mercury, right? That's what I thought. Because the bowl was to make it shiny had mercury.
Probably wasn't helping either.
Yeah, I thought so. I think it was like mercury poisoning.
There
Maybe,
seems
that's
to
what
be several famous would-be conquerors of the Eastern and Western world who died from poor food and drink choices.
He died from drinking wine, and that's why we call him Alexander the Great.
There's also Attila the Hun also
It was-
ate himself to death, famously.
That was a Caber New.
I feel like there's some survivor bias there, where the ones who didn't do that were the ones who died in battle and didn't live long enough to choke on something.
That's fair.
If you lived long enough to choke on something, you must have won your battles up to this point.
Yeah.
So therefore, you'll find like a high correlation
I just
between
feel like
success in battle.
Alexander the Great didn't he know what he was doing?
Oh, that was awful.
It's a wine thing.
Which was better though?
It's the chip.
Very good.
Joe Vexani says it was wine or a broken heart.
The guy who survived going down Niagara Falls in a barrel died by slipping on a banana peel.
That's
That is a
can't be
fact.
true.
I can't
Oh,
remember his
no.
name. I have it written down somewhere.
Was his name Mario?
That would be funny.
Yeah, that would be amazing though.
So one of the things that QI does that I love is they put together daily facts, and I collected some of the daily facts from the last few. This is just from the last few weeks that I thought were kind of fun.
This is wonderful.
Aren't they wonderful? Things like until the 1940s, fake snow in the movies was made by painting cornflakes white.
The very depressing 99% of all the species that have ever lived are now extinct.
Which, the more you think about it, makes sense. This is not a science. This
Kind
is
of
not
like
a.
shade.
This is not a science fact, but I love it anyway. Joseph Conrad died leaving an unfinished novel called Suspense.
It's
Why
very
are we
messed up.
laughing? That's horrible.
No, but it's so good.
Okay, is it true that a burning candle creates 1.5 million tiny diamonds per second?
So interestingly enough, I don't know because I saw that one and I was like, I didn't click on the link for
It
the
doesn't
for the,
seem like
for the
it should be
factoid
able to
for that.
compress carbon to that extent.
But just super teeny tiny, possibly.
That
I will have
sounds
to look that up.
amazing.
We should look that up. But QI tends to be very well researched. So I'm always kind of excited by these things. Yes, this is another one that's my favorite. Do you want to read this one?
Read that one.
This is yours. It's too good.
More than twice as many people are killed by vending machines as by sharks.
Shark bite. I know this one. That's next to my banana peel fact. I have a.
Wait, are you guys reading these all off of like popsicle sticks? Is that what's happening?
More or less. The internet's version of popsicle sticks.
I have a weather fact.
Ooh.
When meteorologists are like, there's a 50% chance of rain, it's not 50% chance that it's going to rain, it's that 50% of the area that you're in will get rain.
I did
So
not
they're
know
not bullshitting you. So when they say 20%, the area you're in is 20% of that area will receive rain. Do they know exactly where? No. But 20%
that's
of
roughly
the
what it works
area.
out to.
So
I
it's
had
not
I
about
had no
percentage
idea.
of chance, it's a
great
percentage of area. Because I always used
Oh my
to
god,
like,
perfect cosmos.
50%.
Nanoparticles get created, but they're burned up as a candle while they're being created. That's fucking
The
fabulous.
candle creates and destroys the diamonds. That's even more badass.
That's even better. I love 5% of cats are allergic to humans.
Yeah, I have to.
And those are.
Oh no!
I feel that.
That is my favorite thing I've ever done. I just want to. That's like a Far Side sketch. Like, what is that?
Weirdly, shout out to Farside for also creating a lot of scientific curiosity
true.
and the sort of absurd
that
side of
gifted
reality.
education. I had that T-shirt as a kid. The push pull.
Yeah.
It's one of my.
I feel that.
By the way, that one where the hopeful parents are looking at their son playing Mario, envisioning the future Jobs playing video games. Joke's on him. He won that one.
I quite like that one.
That would be a Half-Life of a fact version of a joke. Where, like, yes, at the time that seemed quite reasonably ridiculous, but update your records 25 years later. Please, someone explain how this level building thing should work.
What do we hit these days when we want? Like, how do people absorb their science these days? I know that's like a weird question, but like,
Mostly.
I was gonna say,
I hang out with.
on the screen.
I come to a show like this, and
But no, but like, I mean, like, I
watch a
love
lot of
the,
YouTube series
other than QI, which again, everybody should always watch QI because it's the greatest thing on earth.
SciShow by the Green Brothers online is great. They have a lot of educational videos that they do. They're great.
There's a wonderful woman who does museum videos, Emily
Grassley.
Thank you.
Grassley.
The brain scoop.
The Brain Scoop.
Yeah. I love.
Allison, you have about 20 minutes. Do you want to build a Bluetooth controlled paper airplane real quick?
While Selena is putting together our tin can cable car,
Hello.
let's see if this will work. I'm of the opinion it probably will not, which I'm very amused by.
So we have the.
We've built some dumb stuff, and this is one of them.
Here we go.
So we have some attempts at aerodynamic technology. I want to do. Where's the Scotch tape? Also,
Did we bring all of our paper?
there's a thing that we did as a kid, and I want to show this off really quickly because it blew my mind as a child. I didn't understand how airplanes worked as a kid. I was fascinated by the notion of airplanes because they didn't make any sense to me. How that actual physical reaction happened, how you get a thing to go. And eventually figuring out that the trick was to put more air on the bottom of the airplane than on top of it, which is such a fascinating notion. That's how an airplane works, is you just get more air below the airplane than above the airplane, so it just moves up because there's air because of the air pressure.
And the best way, where's your magic wand out of curiosity? So you have your, it's going to require a magic wand.
It's a science wand. Following along with the nods from the NASA corner, as we explain how
Magic is
airplanes
just
work.
science that we don't understand.
So-
does fly.
The example that I was given as a child to explain how this works, as I was baffled by it, was to take a piece of paper and tape it like thus into a sort of wing shape, which is where how the Wright brothers got their thing to fly, was figuring out this wing shape.
Yeah.
And then moving the air off the top of it.
Oh.
So you can see the wing actually lifts when you blow on top of the wing.
Oh, yeah.
I can do it I'm doing it for the camera, I'll do it for you guys. I'm gonna give it a little more of a wing shape. Bing, 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 bing. But yeah, it's that movement of creating more air on the bottom of it, lifting and giving it lift. And that was fascinating to me. Now, who wants to try one of these insane paper airplanes that we have here? All right, who can
Can we
fold?
please send one to the back row?
Yes.
Thank you.
Invader model, Cardinal model. I don't understand the naming principle.
Or I
here.
like that they've got like difficulty levels on
They have
them.
instructions on it?
So we've got a
They
speed
do.
of 3, flight time of 4, and maneuverability of 5 on the Invader model. We've got a speed of 2, flight time of 5, maneuverability of 3 on the Cardinal.
Let's do high flight time, low speed.
Working on this stuff.
So start putting it, if you're up to starting to put it together,
Give one to the boys in the back.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
and then whoever
Do
will,
the
You've
science,
got the
boys.
maneuverability, I
Do the
believe.
science.
it requires some tape, and we have tape, and requires some scissor, and we have scissor, and then the Bluetooth motor attaches to it. This is, I swear, gonna go well.
Did you just say some scissor as if scissor is a substance that we will be consuming as we make this?
You've technically already had some. It should be kicking in about 10 minutes.
Fantastic. How will things taste?
Well,
Sharp? Sorry.
this is why I love you. You're so amazing. Oh God, that hurt. But to show off a little bit, do you remember how to make any paper airplanes from when you were a kid? Like any of the?
Not much.
Where is Scissor?
Where is Scissor? Oh.
I liked my science theoretical.
Where did Scissor go?
I
Thank
have
you.
knife.
While you're looking for Scissor, just another great source for cool science stuff. It used to be a magazine. It was my favorite magazine, and then they stopped printing it, but it's still available online. Mental Floss.
Yep.
Everyone read Mental Floss. It's the best thing ever. Now they have like a YouTube channel and all kinds of videos and stuff. But I started it as a magazine. That's how I knew about it.
I was a big fan
In
of
the
these,
airports.
of these Japanese magazines that would come out, these science magazines. I'm trying to remember what they were called, but like they had these really intense kits that they sold. Gatkin. Ah, I knew you would know. Like everything from like creating your own Edison style wax cylinder recorder that you could create and record your own records on styrofoam and plastic cups with a needle and then play it back on a gramophone. It was the best thing ever.
All right, that's what the new
Theremin.
the new Library
Yeah,
Bards
the
album
theremin.
is going to be on
Build your own theremin.
need instructions for the
It's going to be on a styrofoam cup.
Uh-oh.
They
Is it too complicated? Do we need
What
a?
have they done?
no, they're just not very clear about what to do.
There's a key somewhere in
Oh.
this package that'll.
So
explain-
here. I got that for you if you want to take a look at it.
What does the A stand for? The first one?
Artificial?
Oh yeah.
No, in NASA?
Aeronautics.
Yeah. I'm just checking.
I mean, it feels like
I
I don't make planes out of
whatever one you want.
paper.
funny.
Wait, was the toy manufacturer just sassing the NASA guy about not making a toy right?
It's.
I mean, that's how I would do this.
He makes the same joke I make. Because everyone thinks that we launch space shuttles out in the California desert.
Aw, is that not what you
We
do?
don't.
No.
We do aeronautics research out there.
Oh, all right.
And airborne science research. So we're.
He means planes.
All the way around.
What color paper do you make?
That's a sound. What's happening?
White and blue.
That's a paper airplane launcher? That went straight for chat.
Yeah.
I want you all to know.
I in no way built a paper airplane launcher earlier. That was not one of the things I
My
thought.
goodness. I will, for fun pop sci, I will also recommend, there's an entire book made by the artist of XKCD that's just investigating various ridiculous fictional, or not, but like science scenarios, and I believe it was called What If.
What if?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone in chat asked,
Actually, load it.
Yay! Are you all
Be so kind.
proud or ashamed?
Oh, I love him.
Fantastic.
So just sort
Someone in chat asked about the children's magazines that were like small that had all the different facts about different things and different stories. I could be wrong, but maybe you're thinking of the highlights magazines.
Yeah,
highlights?
I did love
I
highlights.
love
Yeah.
highlights.
But that's because that was the best thing at like a doctor's office. You got to a highlights before some other kid got to it, and you could actually fill in things because there were kids who would like fill it in like and you go to and you're like, oh, highlights, and it's like, oh, everything's been found in these two different. Which one's different? Oh, that'd be the worst.
I never had the heart to do the filling in because I always
Yeah, I
imagined
would just look at it because I wouldn't be that kid. I'd just be like, oh, here's the thing that's different, and then this one's different over here.
And the pointless challenge of trying to remember which ones you'd already found
Yeah.
and do an accurate count.
I
Yeah.
was having a hard time figuring out.
Is it the other way?
a
So you
plane
just
using
went
the
for it?
instructions, so I made a plane with the
launcher.
instructions.
I think that's
There you go.
that's
Make a plane using the instructions. You have met that requirement.
There you go.
Does it launch the other way?
Oh,
It's definitely that way.
it's
It
not
landed
right in the. Yeah. Nice.
Oh,
Killing
The
it.
first one you launched, we did really good.
Question: Can you turn it? Should you put the plane in first and then turn it on?
That's not an insane idea. Hold on. Let me alter the wheels are.
Look at you being all sciencey and a
wait,
party
we-
zebra at the same time.
Taliesin.
Crazy.
Party
Are there
zebra
actual
scientist in the
physical
house.
plastic
That's this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so that's.
When you're ready for them, let me know.
We were trying to figure out how we made the paper do that, and the answer is we do not.
So we gave you a paper without the key to the instructions or all the components you need.
Correct.
Yes.
So it's
Nailing
NASA.
it.
Just like real aerospace.
Erica, this is how hosting is done. Just so you know.
That's how science is done.
Right.
It's true. You gotta figure out how to do it without the instructions.
Oh wow, these have gotten.
Who
really
needs
big.
instructions
Oh wow.
anyway?
This is the biggest ones we have.
Nice.
Oh, it's not the size of. Never mind.
Never has $2 on Amazon gone so far.
Oh, that was it.
Oh man, you've never bought 8,000 ladybugs.
What?
What? You can buy ladybugs?
Yeah,
You
can for
can
your
buy,
garden.
in fact, buy ladybugs.
It's
You can buy
awesome.
8,000?
You can buy. Okay, so if you have a pest problem in your garden,
Yeah.
the eco-friendly way to get rid of them is to make the ladybugs eat them all. So you buy them.
8,000?
You buy tons of them in little cartons, and they go out and they eat everything that everything you don't like.
So, question:
Yes.
If I buy 8,000 ladybugs and I purchase them and they haven't landed on me accidentally, and I go buy a lottery ticket, am I guaranteed to win the lottery because of the superstition that if a ladybug lands on you, it's luck?
I thought it meant love.
I
Science
think,
demands
I
that you
think,
find out.
I think that in the end, it's actually that you end up being lucky because you decide not to buy the lottery ticket because you're covered in ladybugs.
You appreciate what you have, which is 8,000
That's
ladybugs.
You have to find a four-leaf clover.
Which are vicious carnivorous
Well, being covered in
creatures
ladybugs.
that destroy everything they touch.
But they're much smaller than us.
But
so
they're
it's okay.
adorable.
Especially if you're an aphid.
Yeah, no, like if you're an aphid, ladybug, not so
I've
lucky.
never been much of an aphid. I've been more of a beefid. So.
Speaking about a lot of different types of animals in an ecosystem. I don't know.
Shut up. Yeah.
Sure, that was good.
In
You can
fifth-
also buy praying mantis.
It was just a cool science story. In 5th grade, so I was born and raised in Louisiana, obviously, but for 5th grade, for some reason, we moved to Colorado and then moved back to Louisiana after 5th grade. So in 5th grade, we're in Louisiana, or in Colorado, and we're learning about the ecosystem. And a way that they did it was they got a whole bunch of kiddie pools and filled them up with crawfish, or crayfish, as they called them. Crawdad, whatever. And we had to study them and like keep them for like a month, like in the thing, and like we had to like feed them and do all this stuff and watch them mate. It was very awkward. And so at the end of the year, it was time for the end of the year, and they were like, okay, now everyone gets to like take them home and da 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 da. And so I was like, oh great, I'll take like a whole kiddie pool of them, thinking we could take them whole and do crawfish boil, and because that's what we do in my
You're from
family.
Louisiana. You know how this works.
They wouldn't let me take them home because they knew we were gonna eat them. And so all of the kids, the rest of the class took them home as pets. Like my friend had a pet crawfish called Big Red, and she would like take it to the vet, and I was like, this is crazy. It was a little crawfish. I couldn't understand it. In any case, that science. Is that a story?
Science.
So anyway, oh, and then I would get in trouble on my test because I kept putting crawfish, and they're like, no, it's with a Y, and I was like, no. I stood my ground. I was that little 5th grader. I was like, no, it is crawfish.
We had a creek behind my house. An actual creek.
I grew up on a
and so-
bayou.
I know.
Not a crick?
And so we would not a crick.
I had a crick.
And we'd go back there and we would
Pennsylvania.
scare. You could, crawdads. They whenever they get frightened, they swim backwards. So you'd put a cup behind it, and then you'd go in front of it and like basically scare it backwards into a cup, and then you pull it out, and you can paralyze them by grabbing their
Like a
neck.
cat.
Yeah, they get paralyzed if you grab them. So that was what you do. Like I said, we had a lot of things that we did because we didn't have we did not have computers yet, guys. There's a lot you did before computers, okay? Are you gonna wait until it's loaded? and
Oh,
then turn it
actually,
on?
yeah, that's a better idea.
Juice this up.
Yep. Got it right there.
What do you think?
That's
do
good.
it.
Yeah, that'll do, pig.
Ready?
That'll do.
Do I need a downward
We're
pressure to keep
finally-
it moving in the right direction, you think, or?
You turn it on.
I did, but I may have knocked the thing. As that I built it, it's a little wonky. Oh, there's the problem.
It's one of the wires
Show it off, show it off.
One of the wires is loose because instead of soldering it like a proper person, I just capped it.
Bubble gum. Sorry.
Um,
Building basic circuits actually is a really, really fun way to learn super
Oh, man.
simple.
All
right,
like,
pass it
so,
to Mala
like,
Ren and Lark
the kid who was like the kid who was in like tech class with the soldering gun doing that all day. He now builds all of our cool stuff for Burning Man. So like that's what happens when you learn how to solder circuits is you become the guy who can make everything glow and make it look like fire. It's pretty cool. We have those.
Can you grab from
Can I
the
get
table, Mikey?
two?
2 AA?
So what is a
AAA.
tin can
Oh,
cable
AAA.
car?
Do you have any AAAs?
We do somewhere.
Yeah. Do we have
Is
them?
it all done?
Yeah, We do.
I still have like all these
Pretty much.
pieces.
Okay, so that's working in.
That is
Whoa.
That sounds different.
direction.
Yeah, I may have done unnatural things to it.
Great.
Buy a nickel.
It's for those are
Have
for
at least.
the ends.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
it goes to.
Oh.
Refund.
That's for the. That was adorable.
Do you want to start?
Oh
setting
Lord, I make odd things.
Cable
How is the kit going?
Get the.
Ooh!
You can take this. I can do the rest.
I think the stabilizer is ready.
All
We're
right.
ready for stabilizer.
Oh, you guys made like a battle plane or something.
This is our.
It is the
I'm so excited to
Invader.
see if this works. This is so dumb.
It's the
keep
which
doing
one's dumb to be the invader or the cardinal?
Invader.
All right, I'm gonna once you're ready, I'm going to set up the thing with the Bluetooth control. This is in fact a Bluetooth thing. Yes, thank you, Miss Sunflower.
We're the Bill and Ted of science.
What is she?
My tinkering checks are sad. Although this is why we have Selena and everybody.
Huh?
Oh, keep,
As Raphael says, learn to weld. It's extremely useful.
yes.
Okay.
I cannot
so
weld, but I have friends who can.
Technically, you have 4 minutes, but I don't want to stop the show until you've tried your Bluetooth plane. So
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna let you play a little longer.
And
Hey, you guys all cool with that? You guys at home cool with that?
I'm not. It's been real, guys. Thanks. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Porter. Now might be a good time to begin telling chat that the show next week starts at 8 o'clock. The finale.
That's right.
Did you
starts
know
at 8
you
o'clock.
should tune in next week for the grand finale of 3 years and 4 months, more or less, with an interruption of Gather Your Party.
Yep.
Is next Friday at 8
This show
o'clock.
alive for so
What's
long.
the theme?
We can bring it back. We can make it better.
It's Gather Your Finale.
Oh, duh.
And we have
gonna be
Robot
great.
Teammates here. Steph Woodburn is here. A lot of great guests are here. We're inviting everyone from Geek and Sundry. So everyone here currently is invited, and it's going to go long too. So it starts at 8 and goes real long. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. This show deserves to be celebrated, not more.
We're gonna celebrate like Ewoks. It's gonna be
Yeah.
nuts.
So it's a wake.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
C-3PO can't make it, so we're going to eat a lot of people.
Great.
It's going to be great. So tune in next week at 8 o'clock. It is an hour after S.H.I.E.L.D. tomorrow's finale, which is the epilogue
So we're
episode.
just gonna weep all day.
But don't worry,
Don't
coming
worry.
up at the end of con season, all kinds of great shows are coming back. We haven't, and tune in Monday for an announcement on what's coming up on Wednesday on Geek and Sundry. Wednesday in the old Dick and Johnson spot, we have a new show coming up, and we're going to tell you all about it Monday. That's exactly 2 days' notice. I'm sorry. All kinds of crazy stuff is coming.
3. It's reasonable.
Yeah, well, it's one of the major reasons these shows end around now or change around now is because con season is such a minefield for us to program.
Ah, yes.
We're broadcasting some stuff from Comic-Con too, which we really can't tell you about until it happens. Oh yeah, so all kinds of cool stuff is happening at Comic-Con and at Gen Con. But after that, programming will resume in full, and all kinds of
lock
neat
this onto
stuff.
thing.
But we can't tell you until we can. So that's how it goes.
Stay tuned to the socials, and please be here for Gather Your Party next week, which is going to be amazing. Why is there string?
Because
We're making a cable car.
string is the best thing in the world. Is why. Here, I got clips. Oh, cool.
Stand upside down.
By the way, who here is enjoying the fact that this show is hosted by the Doctor and the Master?
Yes! What can possibly go wrong?
Oh, if we could only tell stories on the internet.
Yeah.
What's like? I'm trying to remember. Speaking of which, since we have a toy designer on here, I'm trying to remember. Like, I remember you showing off a robot that you had worked on for me. Like, what's some of your favorites?
you interested in
little
science?
humanoid. A combination of Doctor Who, because you could see how everything was done. Transformers and Short Circuit.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Short Circuit.
I love Short Circuit. Look, we made our own little Short Circuit.
Because I wanted to build Johnny 5. That was.
Have you in fact built him?
I haven't built Johnny 5, but I have built other. I do have a Dalek, yes, in bits at the moment, and it's going to be going back together again. So.
Oh my gosh.
They don't tend to stay gone.
Well, it's
Guys.
a bit bigger than a regular Dalek.
Should I
It's
just
probably
hold
about.
it?
Yeah, hold it.
Wait, okay.
Hold your side.
Okay, we're just gonna.
Selena.
We don't know how to turn it on.
Look,
We're getting
if
there.
the motor does not run, wait. Now your cable car is about to go. Double check the whole setup.
So
Wait,
double
it
check.
came off the string there. Okay.
Triple check.
Looks good.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Wait,
turn it on?
Wait, have you put on the rubber gaskets to make the various gears connect?
You know what? No, we didn't. That's why
Okay,
we,
I was
that's
like,
this.
all those gears are
That's
free
these.
They
floating.
just looked like, yeah, they were hanging out there. I thought they were decorative.
This is what steampunk does. Is it makes you think that gears and wheels just have to
there we
sit
go.
there and be
There we
pretty.
Turns out they do
Okay.
things.
They
So
do
do
things.
the
Add
big
more
one
hot glue.
first.
Hold on.
This one to that one.
So while we have a moment, yes, you were going.
Yeah, no. So I wanted to build robots. I thought, well, the best place I can do that was in the movie industry. So
Which,
I
yeah.
worked for years and years and years to go and do a degree in robotics. And like I said before, that industry suddenly collapsed very quickly. So I ended up doing a PhD, which was bit more academically worthy than I really wanted to be involved with.
Sure.
And so I started going out to schools and showing them little toy robots that we were building in our lab that would interact with each other and flock like little birds and follow you around. And someone saw that, said, we want to put that on the front of a magazine in bits. Can you help? And then I ended up living in China for 8 years.
My goodness!
Doing that, making toy robots.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
My friend, that was my dad. My friend Pete Abramson makes robots for things. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
terribly sorry.
Just like real planes.
Oh God.
What's real planes, sir?
We're updating our firmware.
Are these fresh?
via the internet.
Are these fresh
batteries?
AAAs?
We don't know.
Sure they are.
One of them had like, it had exploded. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
We got it. We got it.
It's all good.
All right, where's the screwdriver? I'm gonna try this.
This is part of the fun.
Batteries. We're not sure if the
This is
batteries.
very exciting.
Yeah, I had to stand. Okay.
Suspense.
No one. There's planes over here, robots over here. I
Don't say
just
the
can't
word
take
suspense.
it. Volcanoes, balls.
I was
gonna be
obsessed
suspended.
with things on strings when I was a kid.
My
Toys on. Do you remember
taste
Sky
buds are
Commanders?
tingling.
Yes.
We used to take our
Did I just fuck your shit up just there?
Our GI
Sky Commanders
we would do that.
were basically this. This is why I picked this up, is because it was Sky Commanders, which was action figures on things on strings. You connect the strings, and then it would just like roll up. And like I would make my own missiles. I would take straws, and I put straws on the string, and I would take a balloon and fill it, put a clothespin on it, and tape it to the straw. And then let go of the balloon and have it rocket up and hit everything on the string and like knock all my action figures off.
We had one of those toys where there was a string
There it
and a
goes.
thing that would move
There it
up and
goes.
down, and
It's
you would get
working.
like a strawberry basket from it.
It's working.
And we once filled our dad's living room with
Yeah.
like a Lego city, and then we put like a skyway in the middle of it with a strawberry basket. It was
Totally gonna work.
So, Bonnie and Amy,
working.
tension that rope.
Hey,
All right.
Not me.
Let's hold it up high. Let's make it work.
Tension the rope.
Oh,
and
we
pull it
gotta
forward.
we gotta string it up.
We gotta string it up
Hold on,
first.
Put it on first.
We gotta stringing it.
I'll taunt it though.
How are we doing?
I'm so good. Voltron 2200. I'm so glad you still have your Sky Commanders. Those are so cool.
You
love them
stupid little rope.
So much.
Dude, the new Voltron series is so
I know it's so good.
Sorry, little rope.
I'm a little
Alright.
jelly that I haven't worked on it yet. I love it though.
How do we make this thing stay?
Only the littlest bit jelly.
I saw the original one. It wasn't.
I did. I made zip lines for my action figures out of
Oh my gosh, you guys. Alright.
Alright, so
String it up.
Thank you
tooth
for
floss out of floss
Water.
because it's
Let's go
wax.
ahead and just do this.
So it was really easy to get things to move up and down it.
Set that. All right, make it taut.
Oh, Sky Dancers.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's
taunt
the
you.
one I have.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Okay.
You ready?
Hold
Are
up
you
high
ready?
and taunt.
Wait.
Should one side be higher than the other?
I don't know which way it's gonna go. So it might run right at you.
I'll
You know
go
what, let's
up.
move it.
You go down.
Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Oh, no, you go up.
Go, little kid, go.
Wait, it's empty.
Wait, it
Can
might.
I change its direction?
Wait, actually, if it hits the thing, it's gonna switch.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Just reverse the switch. Just hit the top bar across. Just pull it across. Dink. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, it's coming to me now. Sorry, I got really excited.
Guys, we scienced the
Woo!
It's
Oh my
upside
God.
down. All the passengers are on the
We're gonna go.
I am
top of the
I'm a
car.
sucker
Whoa,
for a
wait,
toy store with a robot that goes with a train. That
It went
goes
up my
around.
fingers.
It's the little things in life, man.
Oh.
It ain't my
wait.
finger.
Hold on, let's turn it off so it doesn't like burn itself up.
Trains, that's a wonderful miniature store.
Miniature store.
Yeah.
So based on that, wow.
It scared me.
Micro machine.
Yes.
You ready?
Planes.
I can.
Oh. No, don't do that.
I didn't do it.
No, they're all dead.
You had such a short life, little man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my poor little
I'm
machine.
gonna toss this very carefully over
Alright, well, I guess now it's time to fly.
Wait, we're about to make a plane work too.
This is
Yeah,
amazing.
plane. Your helmet is
Ready for
required.
launch.
Helmet, goggles.
Oh God!
Oh, it's.
Little tail is going.
Don't point it at everyone.
What's the technical term for little tail?
Okay, at the least people.
Okay.
What?
Let it go. Let it go.
Probably also toss it.
Towards the camera.
That's your maximum.
All right.
Yeah.
How does this work?
This is our new Kitty Hawk.
Is it
Mid throttle.
All right.
I feel like you should go
Okay, is that-
further back on this
What
stage.
is boost? Left and right? Now it can go straight for these.
Okay, maybe turn the little arrows down a bit so it's not going. Yeah.
Yeah. Also try.
Wait, cheers.
Like,
Yes. Your paper airplane must fly well on its own. It says that. It's very judgmental. Shall
Okay,
I?
hold on.
They're all the best.
Turn the. Bend the elevators back down. a
Don't
little
point it
bit.
at yourself.
Oh my
Everyone
gosh.
put your safety goggles on now.
Already ahead of ya.
I have glasses.
These top hats need a little bit, or front heavy, so they need a little bit.
Put on your power. Yeah, your Thanos gauntlet.
Ooh. I discovered a new Los Angeles accessory. Shall I
Yes.
go this way?
Do it.
I feel like you should go further back on the stage.
Whoa!
That is flying.
I was riding the boost. I was attempting to
Ready?
ride the boost.
Yeah, give me a little.
Oh, I feel it.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I have like
Ready?
a wind machine. I feel like
Here
I'm
we
in a
go.
music video.
It almost did a loop-de-loop.
All right, so we're gonna fuck with this in the kitchen on somebody's
Cell phone?
a Periscope or something.
Sure.
So
Guys, let's do our sign outs so that we can send the crew home. Everybody, starting in the back, say who you are and where they can find you and what kind of stuff you do.
Thank you so much for coming.
You guys all for coming.
Hi, I'm Margaret Dost. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Margaret Dost, Lucky24.
I'm Brett Thomas. You can find me on Instagram at BadPunHusky is my spirit animal.
I'm Andrew C. Post. You can get a hold of me at Twitter at Andrew C. Post or on Reddit as Andrew Post.
You're the first Reddit text we've ever had on the show. That's good God.
I've been Gina DeVivo. You can find me at Pocket Gina on Twitter and Kitty Hawk, like planes.
so swarthy.
I know. It's because I scienced and I'm feeling great. Yeah, on Instagram. Say hello. I made a volcano. I'm happy.
My name is Bonnie Gordon. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BonnieBellG. And you can also find me at Library Bards Woo! Yay, everyone did the hands.
Science with Robin.
Oh, it's you or now one of us. And yeah, you can find me here on next Friday for Shield of Tomorrow as well.
Hi, I'm Selena Ruth. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Selena Ruth. Check out my photography or whatever.
Yay!
Hi, Justin Baker. You can find my acting stuff at Axe for Food, my photography stuff at Photo Baker, and I'm also on a house team over at Second City called Emergency Contact, so you can come see me do some improv.
That's a great name.
Thanks.
And you'll find me as Jim Wyatt somewhere on our website at Whale Stuff or in the pub.
That's fair.
Show them your shoes.
And, yes, ma'am.
Please show your shoes.
And you have to show off your shoes because they're my favorite shoes.
They're wonderful.
Wait. Bring them right up here.
There we go.
Such fucking power.
I can see the science in them.
Also, your shirt is excellent.
Yeah, your shirt is killing me. I'm Taliesin Jaffe. You can find me at Executive Goth, anywhere that Executive Goth can be found. And on Thursdays on the Critical Role, and on Wednesdays at The Wednesday Club.
The Wednesday Club, which he does with our co-host Matt Key and with me, Amy Dallin, filling in for Erica on this penultimate Gather Your Party.
Whoa.
I know, I'm just enjoying saying the word because
how
it's
often
the
do you
only
get
good
to
thing you
say
get out of
penultimate?
things ending. And thank you so much. This has been incredible.
This was everything I wanted and more.
Please send us your great science jokes.
Throw it at the main camera.
Wait.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go.
It's not a bad idea. It's a great idea.
Bump it.
Ah.